That's Joe Metal. He says, I would never let no rock take your place. He says, my praise, my worship, my honor would only be for you because you are my king. The words we speak, the words we speak from the bottom of our hearts, the things we express early in the morning like this. We see amongst us people who are in the hospitals, or we read online, people who have died, people who are sick, people who have killed themselves, people who are going through turbulent times in life, and yet, here we are, healthy, joyous, upbeat, hopeful. It's just by the grace of God that we are alive. And so our praise can go to no man, not your boss, not your friend, not that person who supports you financially, not that person who is there for you emotionally, but your praise can only go to God. And so I say, choose your words carefully. And talking about choosing our words carefully brings me to my devotional message this morning. And it's taken from the book of Proverbs chapter 15, verse 23 and 28. And it says, a man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and the word spoken in due season, how good it is. It goes on to say that the heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. The responses, the answers you give when people ask you questions, when people interact with you, when people engage you, what responses do you give? What answers do you give? It's not just by word of mouth. It's not the things you say. You know, I'm doing well, thanks for asking. No, it's the body language. It's the things your body communicates. It's the things your body says that matter. You can tell somebody, I love you. You can tell somebody, I care. And yet, your body says, move away from me. Your body says, get away from me. Your body says, everything the mouth is saying is not from the heart, and so ignore it. So I say, how would you be communicating today to the folks you're going to meet in the office, the folks in the trotro, the folks in the market, the folks at the shopping mall? How would you communicate with them? Let your communication this morning, even as the scriptures say, make the heart righteously happy, because what you say determines how your day is going to go. My name is Samuel Ishen, and I welcome you to the Happy Morning Show. This is a platform of excitement, of great information, education, motivation, just as I just shared with you, and it encompasses a lot. But the right resource person is being spoken to, ensuring at the end of the day, when you're living here, there is so much you're carrying away from the Happy Morning Show. And so we'll be here kwaba ebejumedi so enche yene ACP retired Victor Tando ebedin komo or the road safety tidbits na ebebrain na yajembe de ayede obokwata no etifisem no abre adofo nyina ewo jumedi no so ewia ebejumbe the sports update ebebro for proud to that na social media trends news no yede aka ho abre omanfo ne ahyase a ye bobo nsem no and nsem ne de bebre ene ebebobo ho. I encourage you to stay with us even as we deliberate and brood over these matters. But for now, dear, like I said, Jumedi, of course, our Nisim 95.9, 100.1, our Bogatanga, and a Tamale. And I feel so, of course, so a year happy 98.9, any ETV Ghana, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dear Trentry El Honoma, I also called Marisha El Honoma. Over here, not following any D in Como El Honum. With me, follow me personally, a Facebook, Twitter, any Instagram, my handle no, a Samuel Ishen GH. And tending come on, by any ACP, and Coco Bosso, and pay. ACP retired Victor Tando didn't come on pay no the road safety tidbits no. Every ACP and pay so I just Yamakwaba. Hello, good morning, ACP.
Major boss.
Na impombo ko deja.
Ya me nchade mpachoye.
Kede wa de ase. Yo, anope de ya bo akacha yi besu ade.
Yo me do ase. Mamone eduma ko mo happy FM. Momo ya me nkoso nka mo no nti na nyim so enchire mo. Eti for mo treat me die no pay na mo nyina che amache ade hye. Eduma be said me die kesi so for happy FM 98.9. Mape ni boss be ma sami eshon na ti edwemu. Omo bo ni chidom ni be ni Isaac. Ade Gilbert Sefadanqua, Justice Nati, Raymond Nyamado, a rapper Fatishaibu Ali, Pastor Thomas, and director Kwame Yamte. Avoid the Amiaso Yajini at one of the Pachimia Sophomore Jimu Bimu. And you need the Papa beat the atom. Having the enemy and the retired principal for Momi and Church, one of the by his grace, we are alive. At the Amiasi. I mean, championing free, it can campaign, watch up here. Commissioner of Police retired, no? And a director principal Nano or Ganaha. Also, a member of Police Council, so any Memaone, Bishop United Pay, a bit Vice President, I'm a Commissioner of Police, I'm a gifty any Boche, also retired on an ABDH. The Deputy Commissioner of Police retired, Ora George Ankobel, on any church for. Was a bit any chief superintendent, Ora Pampo, and Jankama this year. Bema, Memoatiano Pay. Yan Treasurer, the chief superintendent, Bema Koshi, Gotin Koshi Amua, retired, or not an executive Sikasa Financial Secretary, ASP Koshi Ankoma Editum, retired, or no Sikasa Accra Region Welfare Officer, Chief Superintendent Victor Amedeke, or no, and now Accra also retired, or no Accra Regional Welfare Officer. Only we get antibiotic, Mamma Channel Pay. It's a pretty nice work from my Patimia for the so we can say, coin ye quay, but on the same, and you buy about and say, Emmy, we say, that's the Papa. European school them Kaka. They call LI 2180. They can't find Tosso or her any tobacco. Takata there, Obia, Dapapo, Montpellier, Mobile, there be another woman, so I know be baby in what kind of class. And we'll hear that I felt also honey tobacco. The kind like 2180 regulation 111. Lubricant, oil and normal. A car, a pigu quasso, or how I debray amount for. Or how I did break Lord Quano, a car at the back. And Rana say, Mobien, Sissy, a shame. Oh, Lord Quanso, Ocean say, or Lord Quanswa, legend who now in a year. The car be into an entry, and Cossy baby mouth, fitum, and a baby pebia above any Lord Quanso. It's a fit of Fobaco, near Sissy, near Sissy. It's a shame. Oh, Lord, crying like that one Sunday there. I'm really a cassetia. A cassetia, you can't repair your vehicle on the road. You can't say it's all trick and it's a lot of quanso. That's a who sees a shame of Lord Quanso. Oh, you're in woman in everything you appear at your Lord Quanso. The pig will Lord Quanso. Obico Fasua, which we are what net or however. That would be cry could do. Maybe being not so now. I want to be in a precope. Oh, and need the Trinaco, and in Naco however. I see, oh, and a new good Lord Quanso, and you have both me again, not a no echo, a Lord Quan assassination. Equa saying, I'm 82 Cotano, let's say Cotano. You have both on a quota, which I say a papa. As far as you know, it is saying, oh, you know, a pig Lord Quanso. And they when I'm yippee. With a fit of war, yeah, the Lord requires I your fitting shop. It's a fitting shop on a shop. It can't uncover. Normally, as any be a rich slow Franzo. Na all your pigu on money a day. And check the boys of Honominano, that fresh 82. The two are one are this Subono, Edicobono. What is Subono behind? Baba Rose, and a highway authority. Oh, and I said, what the Befra say, Minister of Swap of here, acquainted Aquanso, or known how the best Rama Saturday. A Mubiano, we are saying one casa. Idiot, the AMFO, the Omuka around, Omoka propo, Omuka no mea, a young monte, no Muntu Shafu, and Mofo. Omuntu on for proper office, and said, dear, do go on the pack to Omcas, ACN, pitching shops in Radian. A hard drain, papa. All they know a pig good old fanson. Embra Ecasetia. Eli 2180. The crater for a tossle or hat. any edu baako ene kasetia saa subano enti ni obi na body stream aka bibi ene obi na okase dabi ayemra no na esie nse ni emra na tie pepepe ene ye kan ni akyeremu numehu okawa oyere ni gu kwanso no ede breye nyinara ebusuafo bipie mu no me yefɛ sɛ obi abetumi ne som die na waye ni ye so obi ne som die na so tumi ye ni ye pepepe ankakra ni na betumi abotoa ebeboa makwanhyia no ambrase ebeboa ene lord kwan so etimi enyine ache kakra ede aman betre mu me yefie wa so pam me yefie nto na mon ye ni sam bi se betumi abo ye nyinara odomfo je enke ho ne dey ne baby e ko dum bi ko di na je ni ya no fe ko no fe mra studio odomfo je enke ho ne dum pe biara esi ni so no ejan man nye atom eni nhira enfamai.
Yo, ACP no pay bedo say ode a road safety tidbits no abrain media no esum. And as I say the headlines of the newspapers no abrado for. And you're welcome to the Happy Morning Show live on ATV, live on Happy 98.9 FM, live on Nisim 95.9 and 100.1. We'll be acquired by media no so and pay. We got here and Raymond Yamado has been talking about spring rolls, Raymond. Spring rolls, how come I say that?
Open your guess here, aka spring rolls, and open your chow.
I want to know.
Open your guess here.
Spring rolls near there.
Once fatita or that spring rolls from Bridget. What I say? And your mother basana. Yechi. Nato.
Okay. So what's it? Wait up. Obakade odokunumo in it also kenke. What's that? To say that the thing is dokuno for you to be lashed. Now you say kenke. You've heard it before.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Headline Ben Chronicle top right.
Asabi 6040.
No. Top right.
Top right. I'll say new Narcotic Act does not legalize weed per se. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo no this asemwaba. Na new Narcotic Act no hu de. I say to me come Ghana for to me hu bibi at the end.
Okay, all right.
What I say until we number one story and ever cool.
Yeah. But you're there. Okay, all right. Spring rolls not part in the coming spring rolls. Okay, all right. Spring rolls master. Finance and pay. Also, so there no Rasta man. I know. I'm the chronicle for money.
It's near the new act now.
Yes. Yeah. I'm quite.
Chronicle and Ope say Ramsar sites dwellers won by Accra Commando warns we a story about with a picture of Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Korte, a big one in Odema Omamo Ramsar sites. No, we a Chronicle front page story. Asabi's Agenda 6040 touches base with grassroots. Economy is harsh, but there's hope. Odino, Masami, what do you say? Ban MPP elections now. Kofo mutanya media attention baby no mutalusu. Oh no. What observe?
Well, well, but Wutumi has been dominant in the media space.
No, Wutumi by close ran up to election.
Well, but I mean, he got mileage.
And everybody said Wutumi had become unpopular in the region.
Yes, but he got mileage. Lots of mileage.
Coca got a lot of the mileage. What I say? See, an Asabi, far papers, there's a 3 and up here. Asabi is your front page. A bandesana commanding lead, and I say a comfortable lead, babe.
But I can confidently tell you, say, last week, Mene Asabi Kasai, and I was hoping to get him in the studio for us to have a conversation with him. And he told me specifically, say, oh, he's on the grounds now. Or touch base with delegates now. And for now, it will be difficult to have him in the studio because the job is on the ground. So he is on the ground doing his work.
Okay.
But once in a while, media may catch up with him, and then he may make a statement or two that may get him in the media space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Economy is harsh, but there's hope. Subin MP hopeful pulls gun on giver's boss. We stories are and pay chronicle.
Subin MP's what?
Subin MP hopeful pulls gun on giver's boss.
Okay.
I know a story paper no diaba and new NACOC Act does not legalize we per se. President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. We any stories and pay chronicle are publishing.
Daily Guide. NDC ignite demo drama with police. African ministers draw new education plan. NPP OK's candidate for elections. E-levy failing to deliver. No, Saso and other stories are for people now being a kind of say. Debt levels a problem for developing countries. Nigerian state tells residents to take up arms. Czech bullet train collides with engine, 1 dead, 5 injured. Missile strike hit crowded mall in central Ukraine. AU calls for probe into migrants' deaths at Spanish Enclave. Germany, more than 110 snakes found on farm after woman bitten. Eno ewo honum. Saso and other stories are ubenya kanso essay. Hamamat Montia flaunt baby bump. Eno ewo honum. Sonny Bali burial slated for July 12 in London. Samini Wande call to thrill fans at DMV party. Wizkid Thames grab 2022 BET Awards. Saso and continuous subsidies prolong inflation. And over Honum Parliament, MOFEB plan mid-year budget review. We a daily guide.
If your daily graphic any man of stories on it be any industrialization drive, 67 business resource centers built, 37 in operation. Trade Minister Anna Eka says a National Service Teacher Training Program starts Monday. And this is El Honoma amount for it with me. I can kind of be that Sibyl Kwakubuatin sworn in as new driving hene. And also El Hono and a government considers regularizing built up areas of CSIL lands. Land Minister Anna Eka reduce fuel prices to lower cost of food traders to government. And also El Honoma. And I pay amount for a bit to me. I can kind of be Gabon, Togo admitted into Commonwealth, and also El Honum Lumumba's coffin displayed at his murder site, and also a stories are a walk kratano emo G7 explore Russian oil price cap, and also El Honuma and I pay amount for a bit to me. I can kind of be. Other stories and so it be any female genital mutilation. Upper West region tops with 50.5%. I thought we are done away with. Well, other stories and so compensate former staff. Shrach directs GCB Bank. National Service Teacher Training Program starts September. Criticisms must be devoid of insults. Reverend Professor Frimpong Mansum and Kasa and NPP appoints 7 persons for Bono region. Avoid payment of $50 million judgment debt minority to government. And also El Honoma amount for with me. I can kind of be other stories. Youth protest over stalled Navrongo Stadium project. And also El Honum. And Dr. Baumia calls for rationalization of educational systems in sub-region. Don't approve utility tariff increases. TUC and treats PURC. And I reintroduce road toll to increase revenue. Professor Kwoti and Kasa. And to any stories are not pay. Daily graphic at the brain.
So I say 11. Road to a month crab was about numbers in 11.
True. True.
Ghanaian Times, Anopese, let's focus on Tibet. VIP tells West Africa, Central Africa governments. Trade Minister advocates loan guarantee scheme for MSMEs. Avoid monkeypox by adhering to COVID-19 safety protocols. Dr. Sasu. 8 coils in court for defrauding 1.7 billion Ghana cedis NEET workers' contribution. And also a story na sami story no young almost a court presided over remanded accountant of Untitled FM. Also other what am I say? I think say attack no was mainly on radio stations. Because we share action no Koya. Untitled FM defaulted 31,000 in SNIT contribution, which attracted to also say Entrance University College and Health Limited owed Entrance Pharmaceutical at Jinkwa FM Radio Limited at Tinka Media Village, Tobinco Group of Companies. Sami Osha numbers on what her numbers near whom. SNIT Omubojuma.
With the hope so contributions are being paid.
So Tobinco Pharmaceuticals Limited owe 615,573. In addition to penalty of 67,000, the total amount is 683,358.
But these are deductions that are made.
Supposed to be made.
So what stops them from paying? Are there any problem in here? When you say the panel, the gross ASA, I also say amount in and the manner. But because of statutory obligations, what's in the SNIT, what's in the tax, what's in the way, say, why don't you pay it on his behalf? But you see, the other one which should be a major concern to all of us is the tier 2 one, where it is the company that goes into an arrangement with, how do you call it? A fund manager based upon that, how now box some no be free ediaba. As to which company your company is dealing with, most staff don't know. They don't know. So in the end, a lot of people have it at the back of their mind. They say, oh, the tier 2 one is coming from SNIT. But it's not.
Conclusion my story way. Court paves way for Arise Ghana demo. Suspected thieves vandalize ECG transformer at Sefhe Asafo. Was Central MP elected to head APFPD? APFPD, Africa Parliamentarians Forum and on Population and Development. Na Rashid Pelpo and I elected new president of Kuono and also a story about no pay. You are a leader book to be launched on July 6 in Accra. Still, our Ghanaian Times more and pay some Ministry of Highways or more the routine maintenance of trunk roads or more the shadow no at paper no. I'm sure say Osha paper no man pay Abia now we road no. Bet me be PM. Ose Samuel, what's it then? Road your friend is saying?
English I'm from
Anya Tetegu.
Tetegu the same road. Botiano,
Greater Accra. Number 9, Tetegu, Ahiam roads and others. 15 kilometers. What I say? Reshaping. 480,000 square meter. Ditch cleaning. 96 kilometers.
No, Tetegu is not my area. My area is
okay, good. I told you government is working. Abotre. Ministry of Roads and Highways is a Obeka demonstration assembly. Stop it. Ministry of Roads and Highways. Routine maintenance on trunk roads and paved. Number 8, English among from Table Road and others. Table Road. So road. Okay. 15 kilometers. Reshaping. 480 square meter. Ditch cleaning. And road no problem solved.
Now English among from is a whole constituency.
So see number 8, English man from Tebu and others.
Yes.
I told you maybe I can others no.
That be.
Oh, the your mom time kakra.
Mati. Okay,
Ah,
Mati.
hey, Sammy. Nabotro. A invitation for bids.
Daily Statesman and I did to us. If you're over front page, set up loan scheme for MSMEs. Alan Urgings Bank of Ghana Finance Ministry. I always tell you, Raymond, Alan is the man. Look, set up loan scheme for MSMEs. Alan Urgings Bank of Ghana and the Finance Ministry. You see, when you have a private sector led charge, the burden is not on government.
Yeah.
The burden is on the private sector, that businessman who is going to employ, pay the people, and so the government has no problems with salary payment at the end of the month. This is the way to go.
Yeah. I say Alan will have you.
No, Alan is heavy. Share and pay daily graphic.
Alan heavy.
Industrialization drive, 67 business resource centers built.
Hey.
Yes,
When you
37 in operation.
When you know Alan, you know low key.
I know that me feeling fine. Am I in a trance or something?
Yeah, are you in a what?
Trance.
And then you are in a trance. Send are you
I
seeing
don't
something?
understand what you people are talking about.
You're talking about the headline
Alan.
on the newspapers.
Alan is.
Set up
He's
loan
the man
scheme
for
for
what?
MSMEs. Alan Urgings Bank of Ghana Finance Ministry.
So he's the man for what?
He's the best performer.
He's the best performing minister.
And a pack.
Sani Apache.
Yes. Sammy. Yeah.
And who are you, my here?
Sammy said.
Oh, then indeed you are in a
Sammy,
trance.
I say HMS, your command citation.
No. And then indeed you are in a trance. Indeed you are in a trance.
Can daily graphic then we want to
67 business resource centers built. 67.
67.
Yeah, 67.
Business
67.
Resource Center.
Yes, 67.
Sammy, over
67.
Bremis story. No, person
Medibema. And send now earlier no.
Yes.
What am I try because I know me kasa say na. I'm an force your man amano dada. Omoti enche.
Oba Loki Alan Bojuma.
Obojuma.
Oh, the minister on your deal.
Obojuma.
Or minister on your deal.
Yeah, you seldom hear of him in the media.
On it, Alan, the anonymous senator. Alan, the say, Kasa from show working.
Yeah.
So show working.
Yeah. Kasa do
Kasa Tintin Topongo.
Topongo.
The Alan is showing working.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yanko, and time on so you are still in the trance. Stay honest. Stay honest. Court stops night demo. Ken Oforiatta, more investment in education needed in Africa. David Nkabonam urges dissent campaign in MPP and the government to regularize properties of CSR land encroachers. And this is L1 man pay Daily Statesman at the Abraham. Nina Raymond. Now, call a series of tweets from Mr. Gabi Ochodako. Because I'm surprised the headlines in so far nobody's made mention of it, but it's very, very, very critical. The things he said. Yes.
The new Crusading Guide, Osamafo Mensah set record straight, says there is nothing wrong with using state money for a national cathedral. TUC fights PURC over new utility tariffs. Let's promote peace for development in Ghana. Dr. David Benden urges. I will create a vibrant party as a bee, as he picks number 87. Ayawaso North MP's wife fingered in land dispute. Colombia scores injured in deadly bullfight stand collapse. Sasso and Prince Charles accepted suitcase with €1 million from Qatari Sheikh, Sunday Times report. Russia in debt default as payment deadline passes. And Sasso and Ghana makes anti-dumping claims against China to World Trade Organization. Fitch affirms EcoBank at B- with stable outlook. Lumumba's coffin displayed at his murder site for a wake in Katanga. South Africa, at least 22 young people die in party to celebrate end of high school exam. Egypt tries man over murder of student who refused advances. stories are over the new crusading guide ubenya bi akan.
The Meridian. Anope say exclusive reshuffle imminent. Interior Minister Mfoni Oha, Mr. Ambrose Derry Mfoni abepiem Oha, Sanitation Minister Mrs. Cecilia Dapa also Nidia abepiem Oha, Minister of Defense Dominic Nitiwu also Nidia abepiem Oha, and a Minister for Gender and Social Protection Sarah Adjasafo also Mfoni Oha. Some story no yase okupiem e P2 ne 11 reshuffle in sensem no na egu ho. E-levy, government fails to meet revenue target. TUC demands 20% cost of living allowance for public sector workers. NPA engages petroleum consumers in Upper East. Inflation in Africa. Some subsidy programs prolonging situation. Jeff Gable and on this same way atuja. Now BOG supply of dollars to BDCs drops from 85% to 21%. CBOD and on this same way about a chamber of bulk oil distributors. So I mean next pricing window about no. 1st July, 2nd July, expect the prices will change at the pump again. You know, and yeah, because of way, but forex no still any stable. What you must say, bulk oil distributors no, they've had to come back to commercial banks. They've had to go back to the black markets to demand dollars to meet our demands.
So if we get told we have 1 month cover, remember what does it mean? Say 1 month cover in terms of fuel stocker. By July, that's a 1 month cover no. Exhausting now. What does it mean? Seeing that the situation is deteriorating.
It will mean that we'll get to a point where the BDCs no, whoever can bring in finished products, you know, nebo be cost and the scarcity in the drive prices now. That is where we'll get to. So the few BDCs will be able to bring in products, you know, they will control the market.
So there's a possibility of rationing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And say, but that's a you see a strategic reserve 1 month cover who believe it's ourselves. No?
Well, that's what we are being told.
That is what we are being told.
Yeah.
As I mean, your friend say shortage of critical. I'm not sure we can meet it. 1 month, I'm not sure. I doubt. Interest payments to rise further as cost of borrowing increases. Presidency slams Ablakwa again over allegations against Akufo-Addo's trip. Ghana to experience 25% drop in cargo berths. Talo Ghana Petroleum Commission hold workshop on security and other services. Reverse clearance for mining at Winneba. The Futu Ramsar Site Management to Minerals Commission. And a SIM card registration deadline will not be extended. Communications Minister and Odessa Assembly Atuja. We don't owe former toll collectors any money. Ghana's presidential jet incapable of going on long-haul journeys. US-based aviation expert and Odessa Assembly Abba. US-based expert. I mean, maybe I'm going to find it free, but I'm saying an aviation expert based in the United States of America, Mr. Sean Mendes. Sean Mendes, no. Or the same kakra tuja. I'm sure say later on, you're better to me abubu and some. So when the stories are the Meridian Ediaba.
Daybreak. Aguna East NDC. Pokua Ulster pops up. Party guru fingered. Saso and MPP chairmanship race. Davia Ma is number 1. CPC MD must go. Angry staff demand. Baumia speaks on 4th industrial revolution. And no honum. Other stories I hope people know say Ukraine war. G7 pledges to stay with Ukraine until the end. South Africa police try to unravel mystery of tavern deaths. And also honum. Saso and MPA engages petroleum consumers in the Upper East region. Call for expedite passage of community service sentencing bill. Farmer 52 hangs himself on pit latrine at Breman Esiaman. Akufo-Addo to commission refurbished Asomdwe Park and also a wallpaper anymore and pay ubetumi apebi akai. The Anchor newspaper essay, you will vomit all stolen monies. Ajinasari curses looting leaders. Weeds take over major roads in Accra as urban roads highways officials drink tea and coffee. Kasombo drink tea and coffee that PR no be so mu. Accra Circuit Court stinks as water lights go off for a week. Takwa MP commissions health facility to expand access to health care. No night demo today, High Court rules. So now, other stories are bigger. G7 set to back pursuing Russian oil price cap tariff hikes. 3 dead, 2 injured after Amtrak train crashes into car at California crossing. Amtrak. Norway suspect in deadly pride shooting agrees to custody. We stories are so over the Anchor newspaper. Ubejebi Akai.
Then for the final newspaper embre among 4 stories that were cratano and any GRA builds ultra modern headquarters to save 4 million Ghana cedis annual rent. No night demonstration, court tells Arise Ghana. Dr. Baumia rallies African governments to invest in educational reforms. Poorly targeted subsidies amid crisis prolong effects of inflation. And workers need 20% COLA urgently. Proposed hikes in utility tariffs should be suspended. TC4 and Ekasa Access Bank leads conversation on the future of payment. We any stories are my final paper and I pay the final newspaper at their brain. We say we need story be there. Me move on and me come.
Member of citynewsroom.com.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
So stories kakao how I said to me a room.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, Sami, anope yakupiemo ewo citynewsroom.com. Sami, okay, just hold on for me a bit because I said, okay, page na redirection me ako City Sports into Fati.
For Google News, Embra. 2-day demonstration to begin in Ghana tomorrow. Gabi signaling the next option for the failed Akufo-Addo regime, Manasseh Azuri Awuni and Ekasa Sebwe. NPP elections, full list of aspirants and their positions on the ballot. Arise Ghana appeals High Court ruling on protest. Women with children in UK face deportation to Nigeria and Ghana. And Ghana is a perilous death situation under NPP Kwabradufo and Ekaye. Government hiding behind police to frustrate Arise Ghana protest NDC4 and Eka. And a court to rule on time and location of Arise Ghana demonstration. And you can't either the details no Ebebremu was shown so.
Citynewsroom.com and OPC. Arise Ghana Group appeals judgment restricting time for Kroma Eshi demo. Otuaso El House Arise Ghana demo will be peaceful. Tourism claims untenable. Edruji Tamaklo. Lower Manya Krobo. Nuaso residents confront soldiers. ECG over prepaid meters. Okay. Lower Manya Krobo. Nuaso residents confront soldiers and ECG over prepaid meter installation. Don't approve new utility tariffs. TUC to PURC. Don't approve new utility tariffs. TUC to PURC. Sami, sena story we abano. So on the 1st July, I say yet price adjustment be about water, any electricity. Sami, my sources, any checks am I no HSA. PURC. Omuntu to me first declaration number. Yeah.
I didn't hear.
Investigations kakra ma ye no behind the scenes no HSA. PURC will postpone the announcement. And only latest amount.
Okay.
Nti ye PURC discussions no ma but the kakra me hu no But
Okay.
it is looking increasingly likely the PURC may not go ahead with tariff announcement of tariff increments. No.
All right.
In Kranza South, Albert Dronko's family disputes autopsy report. Power to be restored to KJTR market after management settles 20% of debt owed ECG. CD Summit, ESA Director questions wholesale subsidies. Your demo cannot go beyond 4 p.m. Court tells Arise Ghana. And final story, what I say. Government assessing economic mitigation measures ahead of mid-year budget review. Kojo Punkruma. NDC accuses government, police of deliberately frustrating Arise Ghana demo. Nina, okay, health interns to strike today over unpaid allowances. I mean, when the health interns? So?
Interns are we grow health sector.
Ah.
Yeah.
Na interns at your home. Oh no,
I say allowance, Anna.
I don't know. But omoye key cog in the health sector.
Yes.
Omoye Juma, the
Yes.
health sector comes to a halt, Anna.
Yes.
Interns.
They are very key. Yes.
One more interns, no. Like who are the interns?
They are doing internship.
As in, where we medical
At the
school.
hospital.
Now you're done Shamia hospital now.
Salmo.
Yes. Yes.
It's the housemanship in India, man.
Yes.
That's a who's here, Jumano. Who's here?
No, read the headline
There is
again
something
from
called paid internship.
Or say, health interns to strike today over unpaid allowances. The National Health Students Association of Ghana will today, Monday, 27 June, which was begin a strike to press home its demand for allowance arrears owed its members since 2021. According to the association, the strike has become necessary due to lack of commitment by government in paying stipends to its members for the last 10 months. Now, as I'm almost to also with story, you know, but I mean, well, me I don't know. Me say, omoye housemanship.
Get them so that we ask them what they do in the health sector.
No, because doctor or nurse
because they don't believe in our work.
So I mean,
we need to show
doctors or nurses or ultimately interns no meaning so mo ba be sun adwuma no mo ko me boa
Yeah.
Just say on be housemanship and sana after over a period no you be farm ya farm.
Maybe there might be an arrangement. There might be an arrangement where certain allowances are paid to these interns.
Yes.
There might be an arrangement because they can't just wake up and say, so our allowances that are due us have not been paid.
Oh, yeah,
like for instance,
I agree. I agree. But I'm saying that intern.
But why would you be paid for national service?
For national service?
Yes. Why would you have to be paid for
national
service?
But some of the national service.
Yes. So the thing is, the reason I'm asking so is, who besides say, interns are, what's the business of paying them allowances?
No, but
but what's the business of government paying allowances to national service personnel? Yes, but national service too.
National service, no.
Your more allowances.
Yes.
Why should you be paid if you are doing national service?
But the two are different. Say we must national service at a point.
Yes.
National service at
but
a
it's
point.
part of
Yes,
it's part of it.
So I mean, they will say
well,
if government has not paid them in 10 months, it means a problem.
Of course.
Problem.
Of course.
I don't think a problem.
We would have to find out. They would have to come and tell us.
No, it's a problem because Abaya is now realizing say,
No. I don't think the
so I mean, say if government sits down to take a second look at all the policies we ran to say internship BC, something like this, you know. So I mean, I'm sure government would have to find a way to withdraw some of these things just to save.
But just yesterday,
you know the services they provide.
No, it's not about service.
Do you know?
It's not about service.
You know?
Only say medical practice.
Because the thing is
heavily
that,
subsidized
as
by
I
government.
said, sometimes I bind that things to say, oh, ebia angame form absorb more into mainstream ejuma, make you 1,000, but because omonya NAPCO, omonya national service,
that is also wrong. That is also wrong.
But for medical service, you know,
that is also wrong.
An intern on to me power him. internal to me power him so perform major surgery.
No, but even not every doctor can do a surgery.
And I can say, and internal on to me got in a consulting room say oba or chira say
no
internal on
how
that
long is the internship for poor?
No, I don't even know what the internship is. To be honest, I don't have much idea about this internship thing. So they should just explain.
No, but Sammy, I'm saying that if government sits down to go back and look at policies,
maybe it doesn't mean omoye internship.
Maybe.
Maybe. Say if government goes back to look at all the policies and the numbers involved, I'm sure government at a point will take a decision. Say, look, all these things, the reasons why we started paying allowances then, and you're there, but
it's not a similar thing.
What is that?
About government seeming creation of
duplication.
Yes.
Policy.
And you're creating national youth employment, and then you're creating NYA, and then you're creating NAPCO, and now you're creating one for the mining sector. Which also encompasses agro, encompasses this, encompasses that, which are all modules.
How is it going?
Yes, which are all modules that could easily have been fused into one thing. The government keeps creating them. And you are telling me this morning that if government were to go through its books, if government were to go through its books and look at all of these modules it is running, it will see the amount of money it is expending. That's really, it should not. But you see, government wants to be smart. Government wants to be smart because you see, that graduate, and that's one of the things that yesterday when I spoke to Dennis guy, I was smiling in my head. These professionals, some of them are professionals. Were we a nursing training college? Were we a teacher training college? Were we a this? Opejuma. Government enya ahwodi obetim dey absorbing the two and the cap.
But was that not what I was saying?
Yes, that was what you were saying yesterday. Government enya ahwodi obetim.
You said you don't agree.
Oh no, not that. Okay. Not that bit. Government in him say, offer teacher ni obetim and the cat. Oh no anymore market you 2,000 3,000 me enti onye na nyeso be for mo eti omo ka 2,000 3,000 you know was be na 700 Ghana cedis e chance otifi but nipa na ko training wa pass licensure exams nurse wa ko training wa pass licensure exams sa buy be fa no adwuma eti na ka 3,000 Ghana cedis enti no obeso fa no cheap labor
say buy any space.
You see, no, the space is there.
No, only fiscal.
The space is there. We don't move question. No,
fiscal space only fiscal betuano.
No, it is not the case. Where does Aban get the 700 Ghana cedis from to pay them?
Only 2,400 betuano.
What are we talking about? Government is cheapening the labor of these individuals after Marco school. Now you are coming back to the same point I was making yesterday because you have found out that some interns are saying they are holding government to ransom.
Oh, they can't hold government to ransom. The health facilities will work with or without them.
Yanko. Na BBC.com. HappyGhana.com stories are on ABNA. E-Levy has failed to live up to government's expectation. Gabi Ena Ekasa. Vodafone Cash introduces overdraft feature for customers. Enra Yana Mesane app.
Overdraft.
Yes. Enra Yana Mesane app. Court orders Arise Ghana demo organizers to protest from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Debbie Queen Talk Show Season 3 premiere. Topics, guests, and more. I think so we should take advantage now. One of our resource persons every day, but Ebetsna Epahwada Benso. Now, young wishing the Yako, Mr. Oseako to Henry. And he was involved in an accident or surviving. Story as NDC's national organizer hopeful escapes death as car somersaults 3 times. New job in traditional council installs Nana Kweku Boatin III as paramount chief and no Ewo Honum ex gratia not legally binding. We any stories are and pay Oman for which making can be happyghana.com.
Reuters News. Germany to return stolen statue to Cameroon. Ethiopia denies Sudan's accusation it executed Sudanese soldiers and a civilian. African Union should lead to great peace talks, Ethiopia's ruling party says. Spain turns to Africa, lobbies NATO allies over Ukraine-driven migration. About 30 people killed in feud over land in Cameroon's southwest. Sasso and anger tears in South Africa after 21 teens likely accidentally poisoned in pub. At least 22 young people die in South African tavern. 2 police officers killed in North Benin attacks. We air stories are Ubeja Ewo Reuters News.
BBC.com and pay stories about her a name. At least 46 found dead in abandoned Texas lorry. Strike on shopping center was act of terror. Zelensky. That's a very sad story in the sea war.
Yeah.
So far, there's a death toll in shopping center attack rises to 18.
If this was an African country, if what Putin is doing, if it was an African country,
or Pakistan areas.
No, let's just take Africa. 2 African countries are one more any disagreement and one more echo. By this time, you don't go Hague. What didn't we hear about Tony Blair? What didn't we hear about George Walker Bush Jr.? What has happened to them? Iraq, when the reports came and there was fabrication about Iraq having weapons of mass destruction. Where is Mr. George Walker Bush? Where is he? Mr. Tony Blair, where is he? Are you African? Look at how you call train. I'm saying Libya, Mama Gaddafi train a bosso. You kuni ya. What did he do? And yet see Putin, innocent lives, every day bombarding. But you see, I am so disappointed in the West. I am so disappointed in the West. They think, say, look, the urge for Zelensky to stay his grounds was because of the West. Yes. Oh, we will support you. We will do this. So far, all they have done is sanctions. Russia being smart is also building ties. China is for them. Others are for them. So Russia is really not feeling the impact of these impositions they are making. And yet every day, Ukrainians are losing lives. Civilians are being killed by the day. And what is the West doing? We are now going to supply them with weapons. After all these cities have been lost, 3 major cities have been lost to Russia. It's today that the West is seeing that they have to go and support Ukraine with boots on the ground. Who didn't know from the onset that Ukraine could not match up to Russia? We all knew. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Promising Ukraine support. No. One in Putin, some of them are even dragging their feet. So I mean, and I can say monkeys play according to sizes. World politics. So I mean, monkeys play according to sizes.
So if you won't support the person,
Putin is a
don't let the person put his neck in the thing.
See, Putin is a big fish.
The guy took that bold decision because he thought he had the support of the West, and so far these sanctions have not worked.
So I mean, you can't think. When you are president, you take decisions. Knowing very well, say one can say,
look at the level of distraction. Look at how much it's going to require for Ukraine to rebuild its cities.
Don't blame the West too. So I mean, this matter was quite straightforward. And at the time Zelensky decided to take a decision, say, I am going to EU. To hell with whatever Putin is saying. No. So I mean, he himself should have thought, say, what if the West don't show up? What will happen? And you see, Putin, for me, in the background, what he's doing, he enjoys it. Zelensky could have saved his own people. What do I say? So I mean, innocent lives have been lost.
What are allies
because of a decision
what are allies
president taking? For me, sadness, they say. So I mean, Putin is not going to be president forever.
If
Putin is not going to be president forever.
Nation stands up against a less powerful one, and all the other powerful nations cannot do anything about it.
It tells you the power of the person who is doing the attack. So I mean, it tells you about the power of the person who is misbehaving.
Can take the whole world
at some point, the Western media was telling us, and Russia's offensive is not yielding the what, and the Russian army is tired, and before you could see, the people are at it again.
So I mean, Zelensky should have known better. Not to have engaged this man in a
fight. It's really sad.
You don't engage this man, put him in a fight. A lot of Ukrainian presidents have come. They've dealt with similar situations. So, question number be sent, how have they managed it?
Well,
5 key challenges for Nato at critical summit. Russia strike on shopping center, a war crime. G7 and on this same way. Apa, it is I mean, war crime now, but it's a say a day in the park of the heat. That you see, that is the problem. Pride protesters defy Norway police warnings. Petrol sales banned in crisis hits Sri Lanka. U.S. coach can pray at school. Supreme Court rules. Census reveals how Australia is changing. G7 pledges to stay with Ukraine until the end. Say G7 Russia come, I don't come. Okay.
By the way, who mentioned census na the camera never imagine. Maybe I camera na show you man.
Camera no we chow Australia from so.
You know that was one confusing conversation.
Yeah. Passenger train derailment in Missouri kills 3. India police arrest journalist over tweets. Sam Kruha says starts here. Jordan toxic gas leak kills 11 and injures hundreds. We and the stories and pay bbc.com there. Now, Sammy, only say Russia-Ukraine war, no. West Indian who more. Then we'll get to a point where we'll be seeing.
It's a world war.
Yeah, exactly where we'll be heading.
Yeah.
Now, if you're omo keeping nuclear weapons in your man, omo yiba. Let's pray for Ukraine.
Let's pray for Ghana. Let's pray for Ghana.
I said war with
but even mini war, small war where Ukraine fight to take Donetsk and a few other places, Mariupol and a few other places, and look at the impact it's having on us. Now World War, China is allying with Russia.
World War Bar. We'll turn the country upside down.
And they will kill us one by one.
No. Who die? No. Who die?
And they will kill us one by one. Hey, Neti, Ghana gauging outlook.
There's nowhere to hide.
What would be our foreign policy direction? No, if things escalate, what would be our foreign policy direction? Seriously, because if China aligns with Russia, against the rest of the world, Ghana does a lot of its trade with China.
Now, when I would do the trade,
no. Ghana does a lot of its trade with China. Virtually everything with China. What happens? It will be an interesting scenario, though.
And I think that's why they were somewhere cautious.
Am I cautious? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I honor you nipa ne BPA, but they be also trousers kesielo. Small boy danger. Trump is so rough.
I say,
yeah, but CNN. Stories and bro man for. Hey, me I say I'm a kind of who makes me ask man and go for ni be about.
No time, cry. No time.
Russian airstrike hits busy mall. At least 15 people were killed in the attack in Kremenchuk, central Ukraine. President Zelensky called it one of the most defiant terrorist acts in European history. Russia defaults on foreign debt for first time since 1918. Tide turns in Russia's favor in eastern Ukraine. And at least 44 migrants found dead inside a semi-truck in San Antonio. And this is also El Honum. Chinese census scramble after officials suggest zero COVID policy could last years. In zero COVID China, a daughter struggled to get her father medicine hits a nerve. And a Fed seized phone of Trump's election attorney. And this is also El Honum. Sri Lanka stops fuel supply to non-essential services as crisis worsens. Flight attendants review how they stay rested on long-haul flights. Into we stories are anopay. I'm for being a kind of CNN.com. So I'm going to be for weather updating and to us so me the weather updating ever to us immediately. Now anopay Ghana met you for say Ian Kanche Ghana for you say it's raining over parts of the middle sector. The rain will persist this morning, especially over Oti, Bono and Ahafo regions. The rest of the country will be cloudy with breaks of sunshine. There is a low possibility of thunderstorms later today over a few areas across Ghana. We end the weather update and I pay Ghana Meteo for a day abrain.
Yeah, for COVID-19 update and so active cases 1,556, confirmed cases 165,749, new cases 203, and a death 1,449. Recoveries and discharge 162,744. If you want to buy a go straight to social media, there yakofa ensema etwegu ewo honum abra etie for the ahwefo. Na na akobia trendy da o trendy a. Na akobia a former communications director for the New Patriotic Party NPP. Na o say
for the rude interruption. But NPP has had some quality of leaders. Oh.
For example.
No. I mean, imagine then Nana Kumia as communications director of the NPP. It was fantastic. Kwabena Japan, Nano Hininto, Peter McMenu, and the likes.
Yeah.
Now, since you want communications,
I mean, Jasso. Infancy on man.
Oh, damn, this is
Me Jasso.
And you know, so my favorite team A was about their babe. And Nana Komiasi, he always feels embarrassed when he sees videos of him reiterating promises made by the governing NPP. Now, speaking in a recent interview on Good Morning Ghana show with host Randy Abe, when Randy Abe queried Nana Komia's silence on the recent happenings in the country under the Akufo-Addo government, considering how he boldly campaigned for the removal of former President John Dramani Mahama over poor economic management, among others.
It's a very simple explanation. You have to ask those who are in charge. Because the things that we said we would do, there are sectors and there are people in charge. There are people in charge of agriculture. There are people in charge of trade and industry. There have been people in charge of agriculture in the previous government that we said we were not doing well. Anytime food prices went up. There were people in charge of finance anytime the CD fell, and we said we were not doing well. So there are still people in charge of those sectors. All the you know, somebody sent me something last week and I laughed. He said, Nana Komia said the government was going to pay rent.
The manifesto promise. Yes.
And now we can't find him.
Yes.
We'll do a luta against him. If we can't pay our rent. Somebody sent to me some discussion on the platform and I laughed. I mean, I didn't communicate those things on my behalf.
Yeah.
This is what the party
You're speaking
said
on behalf
we will
of,
do.
yeah.
So, properly, if you want what's happening to the rent promise, you have to go to the ministry in charge of rent, in charge of
Do
housing.
those things embarrass you?
Absolutely. They embarrass me. They embarrass me. I mean, when I come and sit here and you play the pronouncements that have been made, I'm embarrassed because these are not propaganda. Yeah, these are things that we said. As to why, the only thing is that you can just replace the face that you are playing with another face in 2007, 2008.
That's over to you. To be bloody.
Did you say that?
Comment about it. I am not an MPP member, but not today. I always like Nana Komia. Come here for a few others of the MPP guys, especially Nana Komia. I admire so much. This is what we want our leaders to be. Kwesi say, God bless you, Mr. Komia. And if we can be bold and come out with the truth, accept our mistakes, we'll move forward as a country. Yanifia say, you see, this is what we need in this country. Our politicians have to be honest with us like this. Maxwell say, my all-time favorite politician, I love you. David say, intelligent and sincere politician in Ghana. Alice is saying Nana Kwame is an honest man. For him to admit this on national television, he has some credibility. We need more of his type. Eddie said Nana Kwame is a fine gentleman. If one man I call Arise Ghana, any Raymond group, no. Now, High Court in Accra has ordered Arise Ghana to organize its planned street protest between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. instead of overnight. Now, the ruling came on Monday, June 27. The court was presided over by Justice Comfort Kwasiwo Tasiame. And also, SIA has a protest march, Omunsia say Enfi Kwame Nkrumah Circle, Enkofa Fari School, Enkofa Trades Union Congress Building, Nafe no Munko Enkwajida Independence Square. Na so mu petition bia aban anamu seni eba gina ho Nafe no waje. Omu ni petition bia so a na omapon ekọ omufie. Na Arise Ghana had planned a street protest in Accra. Na ompese omusia say ebo enumere 3 o'clock on June 28 a year and then 3 o'clock. That no take a break at 10 p.m. No masai IBM the following day a year Ochina 2022 no. Muma yentie ana yensha video bia eka asemi hu na yemfa de aka no ento aso.
Most important thing is that the demonstration is coming on tomorrow as we planned, and we are excited that our lawyers were able to argue strongly for the demonstrations to come on. So we have to go out now to mobilize and to encourage the many persons who were in doubt that the demonstration will come on, that our lawyers succeeded. After that, there are other processes we will file that will ensure that we still go ahead and probably succeed at the time that we want. We are told that we should close at a certain time tomorrow, that is after 4 p.m. And we don't think that that is fair. The police cannot determine what time citizens want to wake up and go and manifest our unhappiness about the way governance is done in this country. But given that the judge herself, you could see, was a little afraid of the word terrorism, as you heard her say, that even the word terrorism is something that is terrifying enough. But we know that what is terrorizing the people of Ghana is the economic hardship that we are facing. What is terrorizing the people of Ghana is the confiscation of our savings through electronic transfers levies. What is terrorizing the people of Ghana is the apparent increasing cost of everything that we find ourselves in. Till the two-day event, we are starting tomorrow 28th, and then we'll climax on the 29th, which is the Wednesday. As for our starting time, we determine what time we start. They say 4 p.m., but I said we still have some processes to file before the court, and we are hoping that we'll be able to get it. I'm saying that we are filing processes. The court has just made a decision to 4 p.m., okay, that we should close after 4 p.m. As it stands now, what it means is that even if we start our demonstration at 3:59, by the court ruling, it means we are expected to close at 4 p.m. As for what time?
Into the demonstration, baso. Now, cast 3 p.m. I'm a patch up, open so we demonstration. This is the time I will say, we shall say, Wufifi, Aquacushia, and war, Kwame Nkrumah Circle, or my modern demonstration or a beshe so. About 4 p.m. Demonstration upon the comment about ABNA. Martin say, no one will organize demonstrations in the night. Those guys have nothing to do, but they just want to roam. Cora say, okay, but Admona is addicted to demonstrations. Every demo he wants to talk some. Apeku say, as for this guy, he is part of every protest demonstration in Ghana. Michael say, after the demo, what next? Politicians don't care about you. Maxwell say, as for Bernard Mona, what he will eat in Kwa. It is and a comment about Tiaha and your trending issues, ABC.
You first thing, Honorable Nana Komia. Sami. No, so I am Peter. It's a Roman Honorable title. Sami, I want to ask 2 questions. Is Honorable Nana Komia still a member of the MPP? Oh, Sami Kasana Ghana Frontier.
Yes, he is a member of the NPP.
And I'm a question now, Emmanuel.
Yes, he is.
Is Nana Komia playing any role as part of government, are you concerned? Any role, or you will be a government institution and state, or you will be?
Yes.
Specifically?
STC.
What is it there?
Honorable boss.
Who put him there?
It's the government, the president.
Very good. It means that Honorable Nana Komia has the ear of the president and
it's in government.
Not true.
Oh, no,
It's in government. He might not have the ear of the president, but he's in government. He is in government.
And so?
Sami Nyabotre.
And so?
Honorable
Nana
Nana Komia.
Contribute.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Honorable
He's
Nana
contributing
Komia.
meaningfully.
Sami Nyabotre. Honorable Nana Komia knows the president, knows the vice president.
That's not true.
Knows the chief of staff.
That is not true.
By virtue of the fact,
that is not
or
true.
a member of the NPP, and
That
they've
is
been
not
together
true.
before.
That is not true.
Oh, Sami, come on.
That is false.
Sami, it can't be
The
false.
fact that you have been appointed,
Sami.
the fact that you have been appointed as head of STC
Sami.
does not mean that the
Sami.
president, you have access to the
Did
president.
he meet the president for his your friends? Ghana flag.
It could have been a minister.
Oh, Sami.
It could have been.
Sami.
Haven't you seen the minister swearing in people?
Sami Nyabotre.
You have seen boards, chairs, and everything being sworn in by sector ministers.
Sami, let me finish. Nana Komia
Are you
is
saying
not a
that if
small
Nana
fish.
Komia has an issue, it is on Good Morning Ghana that
He has to
can
come and
wear
sit and
voice?
say. No, it's Fatih Nyabotre.
So what stops Nana Komia from
Fatih, let me
airing
make my
his
point.
views about what is happening in
Sami,
the country?
let me
Is he
make
not a
my point.
Ghanaian?
Sami.
And can't we be honest
In
for
what
once?
capacity did he go and sit on Good Morning
He
Ghana?
went to sit there as a communicator of the
Sami,
party.
if Nana Komia wants to
And
be
he
a
can't
communicator.
communicate.
So because
Sami.
he's a communicator of the party,
Sami
he
Nyabotre.
can't speak the truth.
Sami, listen.
Is that what
to
you are
me.
saying?
Sami, listen to me. If Nana
Really?
Komia, Sami Nyabotre, if Nana Komia wants to be a social commentator or he wants to be a party communicator, Uncle Kacha president say, "Juma na wama no want to mean you."
There is no
Unfair
link.
assist Juma
There is
Diko.
no link between
Sami,
his
I'm
job.
saying that he
There is
should
no link between his job
Sami,
and speaking the truth.
Sami, let me tell you something. If you want to speak the
Go
truth,
ahead.
if you want to speak the truth, if you want to speak the truth, you know where to speak the truth.
Let me ask you a
You
question.
don't come and sit in public and throw your party under the bus.
I mean,
Ah, you don't- you
so
don't throw the president under the
you
bus.
choose
You
you
don't throw
choose
the
you
president
choose
under
your
the bus.
party over Ghana.
Sami, I'm saying that. Nana
You choose your
Komia
party
knows
over
where
Ghana.
to take his grievances. He knows
Where?
how to take them.
Where is that? How do you know? Nana Komia has not done that over and over, and he hasn't gotten the
Sami,
A?
it still
How do you
doesn't
know?
give. It still doesn't.
Were we
warrant
not in
him
this
sitting on
country?
there and
Were
saying
we
what
not
he
in this
said.
country? Listen, were we not in this country when a member of parliament who has been majority leader, minority leader, who has been a minister of state, who was one of the three wise men, came to tell us that he can't even have the year of the president? I'm referencing now Speaker of Parliament and former President John Dramani Mahama. Were we not here?
And what did he say? What things did he say about the government at the time? Apart from saying he didn't have the ear, what else did he say?
What is that?
Mr. Bagwin
The
speaking like a social commentator?
The point I am making is that
Was he speaking?
there can be instances where people supposedly who should have access to certain people are not having it.
No problem. I'm saying that.
It's not impossible
Sami?
for Nana Komia to have informed John Bodu, to have informed Samia Uku, to have informed any other person in the party that look, the way things are going, it's bad. Let's work at fixing the country.
So after telling them he can't sit on it.
It is
Yes.
honorable
You
to
can't
stand
sit
up
on
for
it
the
to say
truth
that.
Yes.
and speak the truth
Yes.
and all
Let me
that.
tell you.
Yes.
It is very honorable.
Yes.
But I am just asking, say, has Nana Komia made any attempt?
What would you have wished that when Randy Abe put him on the spot, what would you have wished that he would say?
Sami, he could
I
have,
would have wished
he
that
could
he
have
would
spoken
said
differently.
that
The how?
we are working.
Of
and
course.
I will speak
Of
up.
course.
Oh, really?
and we'll work
So
on
then
it.
what's our business
course.
coming to sit here to want to put politicians on their toes
Sami,
when you are not expecting
Sami,
the man
Sami,
to
that
be
is our
wholesomely
work. Sami, that is
truthful to you?
no. That is
No,
our
no.
work.
I mean, I'm taking Fatu now.
Sami.
You would have expected that the guy is economical with the truth.
Sami,
That's what you are saying.
Politics is not for the
That's
same.
what you are saying. The guy spoke the
would have
truth.
communicated
The guy
the
spoke the
truth
truth,
in
and
a different way.
you are giving
Sami.
us an alternative response
Sami,
that would have covered the truth.
Sami,
What I'm saying is
politics is not for the saints.
that for me, I would have,
Really?
it would
Oh,
have,
yes.
Then what's your business
No, wait,
sitting
wait,
here
Sami,
and
wait,
shouting?
Sami,
Sami,
wait.
it would have,
Politics
it
is
would
not
have
about
been
the truth.
different
Let me-
if Nana
wait, let me
Komia
tell you
had
something.
no
Connection to
position
the party.
For the
in
record,
the-
you
in
played
the
that video.
government.
And to be honest, I had not seen this video until
Yeah.
you played it. Nana Komia had made his submission. Then the host put a question to him. It was not part of his submission
Why
she
did
was
the host
making.
put a gun to his head to answer the question?
But don't we have people come on air
No, I'm saying
and
he
they come
didn't
and
put a
goof
gun
on
to his head.
air?
May say,
Don't we have people come
Sami, I am
on air
saying-
and come and goof
Sami,
on air?
Sami,
Did they plan to come and
Sami,
goof?
Sami.
No.
Sami, I am saying that.
So then, what
I am
you people are saying is that
Sami,
politicians must be given a free hand
No,
to at all
that is
times
not what we
lie
are
to
saying.
us.
That is not what we are saying. I am saying that you,
That-
head of current affairs,
yes.
if tomorrow
Uh-huh.
they say that, okay, Sami, we are bringing a new head of current affairs, into the just concentrate on hosting the show. And then Assembly na your friend, so oh Sami, Assembly says no one can say Konako Bisa, head of current affairs, you know, what.
Yeah.
As if you are
Yeah.
not part of the company.
Exactly.
That is what we are saying.
Bad faith.
No.
That you be exhibiting bad faith.
Mumbi Same.
You be exhibiting
Mumbi
bad
Same.
faith. Sami, listen to me.
Mumbi
Sami.
Same.
And then na Assembly see how see but Don the head of current affairs. Then I walk afoul.
Oh, party.
Commissar head of current
No.
affairs.
Me can't say Mumbi head of current. Why would I say?
Also, the people who are there,
Why should I
the
say
people
that?
have been put there.
To
Meanwhile, you are part of us.
Yes, you are part of us, but it doesn't mean that you can't speak the truth.
Sammy, let me tell you something.
It doesn't mean that.
Sammy, let me tell you something.
It doesn't mean that.
Sammy, let me tell you something. It's in politics, in politics, when the bus is sinking or when the ship is sinking, you know your party is sinking. You know said Sammy, when you are put on a platform like this, Sammy, you don't push your ship further down. That is politics. Sammy, you stand by your party. Policies, whatever it is they are doing, you stand by them, and that's what I'm saying. That.
Let me
finish.
Do you like
If Nana Sabwa
No, wait.
only position,
If he-
yeah.
Do you like Kennedy Japan?
No,
I don't like him.
Me.
I don't like.
Me.
Leave no.
At some point, I like Kennedy Japan.
Because-
At some point,
because-
I don't like him.
Because
Kennedy Japan speaks truth to his party.
He speaks truth
as
to his party,
as
and
to-
I also
and
disagree
we don't
with how
say
he does it.
and we don't say that Kennedy, why are you speaking truth to your party? We don't condemn him for speaking the truth.
Truths are they buy anything.
Exactly.
Truths are they
Anything.
buy anything.
That his party is being a disappointment when it comes to the performance of the city. Didn't you hear Kennedy?
When did he say that?
He said it countless times. You haven't. You haven't. Haven't you seen Kennedy Japan speaking truth to his own party about he uses uncharitable, unsavory words I can't even use on this station.
But if he's complaining about the currency, he's a businessman.
Exactly.
The dollar is affecting. He's a businessman.
Yes, but he's a Ghanaian as well.
He's a businessman.
How many MPP people do you hear speaking like Kennedy Japan to government? How many MPP people?
Oh no, soon the business.
When our old friend, the guy who used to be, I think he was a chair of the finance committee who went out of parliament, SB. When SB started speaking about the performance of the economy and government's direction that is, come again? Fache me.
SB starts to work.
SB Esha work as
So you're out.
Yes, he is out.
He's out to work as
But Osha work as
nobody-
about how our economy economy. What did we say? We heaped praises on him. Is he not an MPP
Is
person?
he in or out?
Is he not an MPP person?
he
Or your
in?
MPP ni?
Is he in?
Or your NPP ni?
Is he in?
He's in.
Government.
He's in.
You
He's an
can be
MPP
a
person.
member of the
What's his
party.
position?
Yes, he's an MPP member.
So
What
who
is his
the government
position
And you see,
anymore?
in terms of ranking, you can't tell me that SB is like any grassroots person.
Oh,
He's
no.
not.
Sam,
So you
Sam,
can
Sam.
tell me, sir, for somebody who has held such a position,
Sam.
he has got opportunities to speak to people who matter in the party.
Sammy, you work here. Sammy,
Did
so
he
you-
use that?
Sammy,
No.
So you're Juma Global Media Alliance.
Yeah,
So you're
global-
Juma.
global-
Are you
global.
the CEO?
No,
I'm not the CEO.
Are you
of Global
the
Media.
CEO?
I'm not.
Nyaboche,
Are you the chief director?
I'm not the chief director of Global
Okay.
Media
Mami
Alliance.
bisa a question. Say bibi ko wrong. I will Global Media Alliance.
Yes.
Obeko ko tina Joy FM akan wo.
Makotan Eva.
Obeko ko tina Joy FM.
It depends on asema me kwa ho.
Ah, Sammy.
It depends on you see you people are making it you people are making it look like you're making it look like are there not issues listen, in communication party you have done this job for a long time. Are there not moments when people slip?
Ah, so this is slip. So
Are there not people moments
so this is slip.
no
Is it
listen,
a
It was a well
you see,
thought out
no
answer.
it wasn't a well thought out answer.
It was.
The question that was posed to
It
him.
was.
And he
Nana
responded-
Komia, I don't know, so I fine.
Yes, he's a fine brain.
Sammy,
Please.
you are talking
It's a fine
about
brain.
a
Nana
former
Komia.
information minister.
So what you people are saying is that so because of party, we should shield truth.
We are
That
not
is
saying
not what
because
we
of
are
party.
saying.
We
I'm
are saying that.
because you are in
Yeah.
government,
He's a member of government.
you know where
Well,
you said your
that's your
grievances.
position. But I would say to Nana Komia, kudos.
And I'll say to the president.
Kudos.
And I'll say to the
Kudos.
president. And I'll say to the
Kudos.
president this morning. I'll say to the president this morning.
Don't
Mr.
say
President.
it. Don't say it.
Mr. President,
Don't say it.
you need a unified force. You need people who share your vision, people who believe in you to be put in places. If nobody believes in what you are doing today for Ghana,
The person is shining.
Let me ask you.
The person is shining
If
when
the
he's
person,
been put.
if the person is
We
embarrassed,
all know
wait,
what
wait,
STC
was
is doing
like.
excellent.
And we all know how STC is
STC
now.
is doing
He's
excellent.
doing well.
Yes.
Did you read the cigar
STC
report?
is
He's
doing
doing well
STC
there.
is
Did
doing
you read
excellent.
the cigar report?
STC
I'm saying
Hey,
STC
hey,
now.
hey.
Before Niyama don't call left.
Ah.
Yes, Fatih, okay, I disagree with you on that.
Did you
point.
read the cigar report?
Before Niyama don't call left. No,
please.
before Niyama don't call left, STC had picked up.
Oh, you what?
Before Niyama don't call left, that one day I disagree with you.
Sammy?
Before Niyama don't call left, STC had picked up.
Did you see the
but
cigar report?
this man has been able to sustain it. We were here.
Did you see the cigar report?
You see, when somebody chooses to go on a
Did you
certain
see the
tangent, we
cigar
should allow. We were here. One Anakumia came to say in public, and you, Ramon, you referenced it on this show, and I can quote you. Nana Kumia came to say, the way the fuel prices is going up and up and up and affecting Ghanaians, it's affecting him at STC.
Yes.
They can't even meet their target. They can't. Didn't you quote him?
But of course.
You quoted Nana Kumia
wait,
when he spoke that truth. That one he didn't like.
Wait. He's doing his business.
No.
And he's telling you. He's
But
telling you
that business,
petrol
that's business. Does it not go against what government is doing?
Petrol is a key
When he came
component
to
of
say
his work.
that the way government is allowing for fuel prices to go up.
That was not what he said. He didn't say the way government is allowing.
No.
He said
because
the
we also
fuel
all
prices
knew
are
that
affecting.
fuel
Of course.
prices are that government.
But is it not the taxes of government that is making the fuel prices rise?
I'm saying
Is it
that.
not the dollar, the government's inability to keep the dollar
Sammy,
that is making the fuel prices
Sammy
rise?
is saying-
It is.
Sammy,
Look, you can quote all the figures. Ramon, let me put it on record today.
Nyaboche.
The government can say that world market prices have risen to $200.
Yes.
If the government is not able to stabilize its dollar, CD to dollar exchange rate, it's a joke.
Sammy,
If the government is not able to do something about, and that's one of the analysis I want us to do. Fatih, is it better? Give me your pen.
Sammy, we are going to
Oh,
sports.
today you have seen that we are going to sports.
Yeah,
Give me your, let me show you something, Fatih, and let us apply logic. We are here.
This is
Okay.
not logical.
We are here, Fatih. If
Maybe
because when abakoto go bene, if you did not have Fatih, Ojuni will say me yi taxes me lose 1 billion. Okay, when I lose that 1 billion, that 1 billion which I have lost will lead to my inability to build a hospital, one hospital. Okay, no, you go with me.
This is voodoo analysis.
Go with me. If I lose taxes of 1 billion, which are all components of the petroleum prices at the pump, I'm losing 1 billion. That 1 billion was meant for this hospital, which is going to be built. Now, government says that I remove that 1 billion. When I remove that 1 billion, it is going to ensure that my inflation rate, okay, which is being sparked by transport fares, which is being sparked by fuel, food inflation. Now, that 1 billion I've lost is going to lead to inflation rates coming down from, let's say, that's 26.7% to somewhere around 13%. Which, when it comes down, would obviously mean that these prices are going to come down. The people will then have relief between this choice and this choice. Which should government be taking?
Sammy is saying, you see,
Would-
Sammy,
Which of them should government be
Sammy,
taking?
Sammy,
Which one?
Sammy,
Which one would them show? How many people are in business?
Sammy,
When you produce the thing, we can buy.
Sammy, you see,
When you produce the thing, we can buy.
Sammy, let me tell you something. This analysis you are attempting to do, have you been in a cabinet meeting before?
Should I have to be in a cabinet meeting? Should I have to be in a cabinet meeting? Should I have to be in a cabinet meeting?
Have you been a finance minister before?
I haven't been a finance minister.
Have you
Do I
been
have
an
to
energy
be?
minister before?
I haven't been.
Have you been director of NPA before? Have you been a boss?
Let me
of
then
NPA
ask you
before?
this question.
Wait,
Let me then ask you
I'm
also.
asking
Let me also
have
then
you
ask
been
you this
there
question.
before?
Were we not in this country when the former president John Dramani Mahama put the same question to then candidate?
Today that question is making sense.
Were we not in this country? This
Today-
same question you are
today-
putting to me.
today that question
We were in
makes-
this country
today we
when
understand the
former
question.
president John Dramani Mahama put the same question
Sammy,
to then candidate
Sammy,
Akufo-Addo.
if I make you finance minister today, you will not reduce the taxes. If I make you finance minister today, you
see,
can't reduce the taxes.
We were in this
You
country
can't.
when the
You
NDC
can't.
made it look like, in 2016, we were in this country when the NDC made it look like it was impossible for taxes to be removed. The NPP came and removed some taxes they called nuisance taxes. Yes, you can talk about
Why
ESLA
didn't
not
they
being
touch
removed.
the petroleum
Relax,
taxes?
relax.
Why didn't
Yes,
they
I
touch
know
the-
you were going to
the
go there.
direct taxes
I
you are
knew
talking
you were
about?
going to
Why
go
didn't
to
they touch
ESLA.
it?
But you see, Fatih, if a 1% reduction brought some relief to some people, it was a reduction, regardless. It was a reduction.
Sammy,
Regardless.
I'm saying that this analysis.
If you like,
You have not gone to
were we not
finance
in this
ministry
country when a committee of,
do the
I think some
analysis?
19 people or so was formed, a committee for which Franklin Kujo and Co were part of, to go and see to. Yo, yefa sports update in Bre Oman for the pay our Jumedi no SO.
MD of STC. Or say a ferry So he's embarrassed that government is not performing.
Yes, he must be embarrassed.
He's part of government.
He must be embarrassed.
President and spend embarrassment by removing him from STC.
And then let me further it for you. the party must remove the embarrassment by removing him from the party as well.
Oh no.
Yes, of course. He's a member of the party.
But wait,
he's a member of the ruling government.
A member of the party.
He's a member of the ruling party.
He will not enter government position.
Oh, what are we saying?
If he's embarrassed,
what are we saying?
Let's spare him the embarrassment.
What are we saying? What are we saying?
Happy.
Young sports in Embra.
Now, Kwame down to the what you were saying.
Young Combra.
Happy 98.9 FM and I was so good so out here. Oh, share so there ETV Ghana and I share and page media no air the happy morning to Emraso. Send me the sports update ebebremo e media no so na sports update no and send me the bonu tutu send be ya ebetumi aporum the other matters abremo e media no so ebesha se dia mameka mo say 1xbet any time e chia me de media we ebro 1xbet e ko na website so 1xbet.com.gh 1xbet.com.gh register and be a new account. We register now be a new account obema opportunity to enter a promo code. Promo code say enter a best Ghana a promo code I sell to me enter. Enter that promo code now. 1xbet bema 200% bonus on your first deposit. Now 1xbet me can say uko mo website so book is a moma or takakrakai or mo book is a moma opportunity to ensure your bet or mo book is a winning ya pet na sika na be go account mo temtema uye mobile money o ope bank transfer ni nyina temtema na be go account mo na 1xbet say ope one company a say unsuro say osika be ya no matter the amount a mo 1xbet say undi 18 na mefa woni enter on website say okucha bet na betting addictive into bet responsibly. Once again no on website no 1xbet.com.gh 1xbet.com.gh sa advertisement ya me de bremo no gaming commission am I approval to say gaming commission agiatum and untina ye desankrato we bremo no ye be shen sem na se na be chase from the Ghana Football Association they are to just say Women's Premier League for the 2022-2023 season no ebetumi abaso ebetumi ashase on the weekend of October 28 2022 na omo say enchebia no omo de fixtures for the new season no ebetuja na omo share nim say by August 30 there na omo de sa communication no atuja na season no according to the Ghana Football Association will take a break from November to December senebeya teams no betumi prepare for Qatar 2022 World Cup no na last season champions and Pimdakwa ladies no they'll be looking to defend their title against some of the teams there Azakes ladies in the course of the new season na ekopiemo Ghana Football Association akachi so there almost a Division 1 league no almost share name say some 21 days after Ghana Premier League no be shasia no Division 1 league for the 2022-2023 season no betumi ashasia September 30 and a tentative data Ghana Football Association omodia to just a season no betumi ashasia we NSM kakra free Ghana Football Association Executive Council akachia abepiemu elha still Ghana Football Association akachino almost say this season no almost share name say registration window no officially no ebesha from 1st July 2022 and would close on August 15, 2022. Now, Sema Omudia Tuja HSA registration of players and the transfer of players. No, Nina Jumedia Betumia Koso in the course of this period before the 2022-2023 season. Now, Asemba Kwamudia Tuja and say players are Omuni Ghana card no and yadia Ombetumi are yet registered for the next season. We any messenger Ghana Football Association Omudia Tuja. Now, almost say Premier League Division 1 Women's Premier League will have the opportunity to register players and make transfers. Nemum obia on register for Ghana card no and yadia Obetumi I register as a player in the Ghana Football League. Now, almost the country is currently looking into integrating all the systems and cards digitally into the government. Per se, Ghana card no is central to Jumedia Omodi. Into no bear the only proof of identity for registration, renewal, transfers, and new registration of players. We any Asema Ghana Football Association Omoso Omodiaba. Over the weekend, no MTN FA Cup final to me a course. Na Sakin see a course no. Bechem United any Accra to folk any share. Augustine Okra Brantie Osiakan Emma Bechem United na Brantie no in the course of the game no decision be ankon away na sad decision no ankon away no ne bufu ye Emma Otume Echo head bate linesman and assistant referee Anna Ojina Akensi no na Brantiano was sent off in the game in the 68th minute following sa attack na Brantiano Ekoye when you na so in the course of the game Emma and the team a friend of Bechem United no omutumi elusu to Hearts of Folk in the finals of the MTN FA Cup. Now also say na Jumedian Ekoso no dia Brantiano enra or the letter eba say sena oye ne Jumedian no chese onangisa wambone homode nti or the unqualified apology e dia tuja say bone a oye no obia emfanche no na we ene nsema or the buyer through the social media handle no Brantiano e de achopa kese aba abema stakeholders in the team, the referee, and it will be affected by the antics on the field of play. Yamremo ewo Ghana ni Brantie a friend Daniel Kofichire akachi na enra and reported to me about say Freiburg bubuku amusi akan in the German Bundesliga no omo sign a Brantie a friend Daniel Kofichire a Brantie no be moving from St. Pauli our Bundesliga 2 abe join Bundesliga side no na o share say na Jumedian economy their fee involved in transfer ne there enya their teams no their tuja na tire one of the best players in last season in the Bundesliga 2 after say Otumi Bo and the team no with some 12 assists and 9 goals in the course of the season. 12 goals and 10 assists in the course of the season. Where Ama Brantiano, one of the top players for St. Pauli last season. I'm going to make a promotion about Bundesliga, no, but Freiburg are more qualified for European competitions. No, HSA, a Brantiano, we almost say, obey a key cog in our team, Ninty way, Ama Omako Far Brantiano, say, Umbra, no be see a kind of Freiburg football club in the German Bundesliga. We and so everywhere ever. Peter Cech opinion now our Chelsea playing a role of technical and performance advisor. Na opinion a role out to me take you over just a few years ago into 3 years in the position no see any day a branch and so mbu de ketem page my fufro because na penny for edit to just say Peter Cech now osi akan Emma Chelsea Football Club. I was spending 11 years at the club and won 13 titles including 4 Premier League titles and the Champions League no opinion no enya dey abeto aso as technical and performance advisor at Chelsea Football Club. New owners are Todd Bowley Consortium no omo de sa message we by na anka omo hwe nim say opinion no obetumi atena aboni juma e ho but opinion say right time obe free Chelsea and CC and we decided say obeja ne juma no ato ho we NSM kakra efri ho eba CC no or third senior management member with free Chelsea Bobo Kodo after say chairman Bruce Back or step it down on June 30 last week no yenyanti say director IFN Marina Granovskaya also ordinary Jumedino at ho sisi anso de openyi IFN Peter Cech also ordinary Jumedino at ho niema ensheda enkoye Emma Chelsea but omo arishim say new management no ombe hye niema se ne be ya sad departures no affect the club no in any way yemremu Wimbledon na SW19 ho na Wimbledon competition no ekoso wo London abontin so na 7-time champion na friend Serena Williams no ene obegina akono na ohwe se na Jumedian ekone dia ono ankesa ene one Harmony Tan from France ebisi akan ewo Jumedia ebekoso ene na ohwe comeback opeso ye na ono ankesa de dani ni ene se opeso equal Margaret Court 24 Grand Slam record no of singles titles ewo tennis history mu na eno ene dani ni ma ohwe nim se obetumi achieve sa record no in this season's Wimbledon. When to me achieve we dia and we bet to me in the final Grand Slam Osia kan wom e wo Wimbledon we NSM kakra free na catch eba na ohwe Bema na family dia. Ena I can see no ekoso din na apprentice I friend Carlos Alcaraz. Apprentice no survive scare from German Jan-Lennard Struff to win the game 3-2 6-4 5-7 6-4 6-7 4-6 into 3-2 and Abrantia no etumi edu win is akensie no na Yannick Sinner so etumi Trastan Wawrinka 3-1 Andy Murray also etumi overcome Australian Abrantia friend James Duckworth 3-1 Novak Djokovic and otumi etwa South Korea ni Abrantia friend Sun Woo-kun 3-1 6-3 3-6 6-3 6-4 and our opinion no otumi edu remo our second round of the competition now share other players amutumi remo our second round now Nicolas Basilashvili also ejinemu dindindin Cameron Norrie, Casper Ruud, John Isner, Oscar Ote omunyina omuremu second round of the competition ene ye hwe nim say akensi no betumi atoaso na ene big games ya betumi akoso no ye hwe nim say opinyi I friend Rafa Nadal one Argentina ni abranche I friend Francisco Cherundolo ono omubeshia na omusia kan ene Alexander Richard and Stefanos Tsitsipas almost ombeshia down with their face so and na João Sousa and Richard Gasquet, Felix Oga Alisime and Maxim Crisi omunina ombeshia esiakan and ewo Wimbledon competition a ekoso dindindin ewo London upon so na yekopiemu ewo mana fam dia na enra akensie no na emoya din yie pa Ons Jabeur, Ellis Mertens, Carolina Garcia, Annette Kontaveit, Sorona Cristia, Magdalene Linette, Angelique Keba, Irina Begu and Emma Raducanu omunyina omuremo our second round of the competition after say omutumi winning omo respective matches and then akensi no beto so center court any other court SW19 na Igas Viatek or world number 1 only Jana Fett ebeshia esiakan and medical catch Serena Williams and Harmony Tan omuso ombeshia esiakan and Coco Golf onoso ejina kuno and there ehwe say akensi no betumi akoso amount Petra Kitova, Gabin Muguruza, Carolina Pliskova, Alice Cornet omujina kono ene me the updates ebebremo china happy morning show no so we and same kakra me the bremo from the world of sports. For more sports any details no nyina no tune into Happy Sports at 9 a.m. Ohene Bampo Brenya and the rest of the team omutina sia omude same nyina ebebremo yabedane on kakra yababaka. The happy morning show continues.
Welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. We have done 28 minutes into 7. You're welcome to the conversation if you just join us. Happy Morning Show. I had in 7 city and it's Pepe and you can. Well, my Ghana and you're going to not the interest of any political party, no party A, no party B. Ghana first at all times, and so you should always expect to hear nothing but the truth when you join us on the Happy Morning Show. Some day, maybe I will be an Emakwaba, and then the first time I will be a Humanuswa Emakwaba, Ebajumede, Sujumede, Ekosom, our Nisim 95.9 and 100.1. Nina, our Bogatanga and Tamale, respectively. Ekoso, our Happy 98.9 FM. My young and yes, Trotro drivers in my beam. And I pay multi happy 98.9 FM. A for Nina 80 or Bokas in the moon. Total drivers are me chacha, Uber drivers, me chacha, taxi drivers, me chacha, me beautiful lives now. Momentum won't come. But I'm here TV, so I've realized that a lot of our viewers are in the Ashanti region. And so, more Kumasi in the bottom and I pay a chacha munina Kumasi for Yadamwase. Some more TV stations will hold, more radio stations will hold. Now today, you know, I'm more happy 98.9 FM and I'm to ETV Ghana and I'm to Moshe Anopabia, yes, Yadamwase, simple more GDA ewo ye mum. Yan fa CBG business tips na embre omanfo na afe no yen twaso na yendi in komo anopay na anopay CBG business tips no iguswa yedi enkomo efa benefits of internet banking ehum na internet banking de nyina yin say eboyen am yetimi yen transactions if yen fie mu eboyen am yetimi transactions from our convenience for our convenience utimi check your bank account and the balance transactions so in and out of your account ni nyina no CBG Aroma, you are able to do all these things. And you might not man for us to say that you know mutie wabedi CBG business tips at the airport or man for yen twas na fe no yen fa anopay kana kasa embro man for yo I say the CBG business tips you twas na the Ghana kasa embro man for mo fan cheme na anopay yedi nkomodia o frame me 0555 657 278 0555 657 278 and I pay Raymond Fatisi and touch it on demonstration. No, we haven't. Okay, all right. And by this time the Hombobo air Koswa your boy Hombodia say your name amount for everything common as preparations are air cost whether they are hidden to the air report Ghana police at the bar say court no ashekete say and you may not know person here a demonstration there and yadia ebebaso number is 0244 885140 and 0555 657 278. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sammy.
Yes sir, chief.
Mike Niklago.
Yo Mike.
Demonstration on say you see police for say what ma kwan here for 10 o'clock and yes sir.
Court NSC.
Court in the sea.
Yes.
I say police for na dey assembly court.
Indeed.
Okay. Say you will grow 2015 say you say nkofo bi a demonstration na do a workita bobo ni nyama anamebwa. Enu obi san wo. O say ya won court no won ja hwehwe nim. Ya bra won wo na pressure wo krom nkofo so be demonstration say na be pressure na be badama mu person mu kan nkofo she ene brenso ye kan nipa she masa ya bra won o bibia mo si Ukraine Russia ye ti krom mu a issue keke pure water cross say pure water one such SSC 7 cities na nipa so ko demonstration mo si na yo ye beba won mra na obeba betu e so obebu e nso e bebu won bi.
Daddy, and I wouldn't encourage that, Mike. I wouldn't encourage that on national radio. Mr. P, me and you, and from young Connie and Cocompoti decently. Now in demonstrating. Hello, good morning. Yamiasun Jenka.
Sami demonstration ya ko asumdue mu. Ghana for ye senior man ko yi. Ghana for ye say ya bre ekomu die. Mu buy instrumento uko market or more rice instrumento se sia do kumu ye 475 cedi instrumento dem omu na Ghana for na yes ye ko asundue mu but ami mi pese mi bi so ye ka Ghana history when na ye demonstrate pa wo Ghana si obia ye kan na na do dan kwa kofado kumi preku wi mi preku peso ye pa mu wi bien kata Mahama time, you say doom so, Ghana Hana, you will now your demonstration and now do midnight. This I said that time no government we no money Ghana Hana. When this time, arise was some year demonstration night, almost a moon peneso. Many of my middle Casaka, Michel Matare, maybe Sequamu, your quack for your demonstration, catching another say, Nanado, who cool, Ghana Japan, a year on the bush for move through the door. Same on one demonstration e koya no pay medasi and a place of feminine by Jumidi so Raymond, I seldom ask this favor of you, but I'll need you to help me with this for some 2-3 minutes. Fatijima Raymond mame we Emma Raymond mame I seldom ask you to do that, so what you are saying today the Emma one Yantuaso 0244885140 and 0555657278. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, brother man.
Yes, please. Good morning.
Akumapanye Madina.
You, Yanko.
Marty Queen of the Airways. Wakasa. Asema no. Brother man.
Yes, please.
Now my way police ene. Omoka say terrorism nti. Ana omo pese ye be demonstration. Na ka cho omo se omo nti omo ti ase. Ewe ni mgu asie mu. Opim se ye ka terrorism. Every terrorism ever, your come, any juma, and Babunu, and because said the Yankola or my Mudiomo, Yankola, or be any terrorist. Every country be or more facing terrorism, no. Either a come, and a buyer or Tiswa, one for Busia Clearby, and on your ADD, and a Yakanodia, either or Mube Wu, and farm. And when any terrorism ba and I want to me who say I buy way sick or my no thing or not your himself by no why the so or the sky here and a different place and you call traveling and one man no can't say I buy jaisa na your crop for your mother sorry NTIA or Moncano but say the demonstration and the actually Ghana for say hey Madina you come Ahmed Swale and Madina obia anka wo hwe kopem nne ne mane ne yere no ada ne jaka ene ekunafo no
ma woni ebizumbo Roman no pay kwam dam ti anopem se wo me case so or say queen of the airwaves, not me. Queen of the airwaves, but Queen of Ajia Akumapa, any the other one. One is called Queen of the Airwaves. Kwame Damte, yesterday. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Samina. I'm say.
You had a mini about your answer.
You know what? Jeffrey Kumasi.
You.
Papa. Yeah, demonstration there. I just I will register with this pressure. Now, the brain behind demonstration and the Indian can want them. Now, that I want to so many more things. So, we go call a curate, copy. To be honest, on my mind, I know my gun and pull some more. Yeah. Now, you know, so much sunlight, a couple through as woman be. What you say? Now, and actually, sir, I'm on your Sunday, will be a mechanic, you of a comfort time. Kufan started the phone in a Google Caster. Mr. Mama credit on so every channel. We can be about money. And so na Ghana for for there. And I'm not going papa the demonstration. Yeah, no, Nicholas, the papa. Now, some Sami and the papa. Now, we do come in and say, I can find my bumbo. Yeah, social media, so what they are called Moloko. And no place like home. Ghana, who shall have a court to me one city. I'm the third Galilee. And not make cultural Ghana for say, you and for so back, be a saying so. If you sign me a man school, no more question of my dear, no more from the papa. She said, Moloko. I can't remember sometimes ago, Muko, Sabi, I did that for instance, I'm the Moko Arab for no. Woman will get him. And I feel I pickle. Only animal, a chama, no man so. Samunia contracting some Kunipan, and Timunia be new. I'm not some Africans.
All right, Minia, Medo Sanope, ma Obizuma, Manusna, ending common, Ojmedin. See, buy a monitor to now into me and fat more callers. 0244885140. I think some final caller and I may find a pen and after you movie on. Hello, good morning. Yes, sir.
Same good morning. You see a monitor to just I'm a Jawane, Yenaba, and Minia remote.
Yes, sir.
Mujuma Pa Mujima, my Ghana. Same and I just say NDG for me, did Abaka, make yourself Massa Swati.
You,
I just say NDG for some more exercise demonstration. Who's a Omatasia, I know you say.
Train Mr. One we see from Arise Ghana. Pacho, and you for
some different people.
But Mr. Opani, Metuase, Ubu Abia one NDC for you, but they make answer address them appropriately. Arise Ghana for. Yes.
Demonstration or Jubilee House. Yeah, I'm a very good for Jubilee House. I'm say. Jubilee House no and Kukobu, Ghana Nishika. You didn't have insurance, but Sabia no more year. One visit, one factory, Omokan Sam for free education and Ebustu and Mama one Yankola that's your future papa. And this up no more demonstration, your mom Jubilee House.
All right.
Minya Bema, who came here, who to who for that?
Debbie, interest will higher. You can make a comment about the demonstration, but you can't insinuate to say will be will be passed, will be embedded demonstration. These are adults. One more demonstration more demonstration, but don't impute EBS when will be now will be part Debbie. But let's allow. The court, they went to the court. If it was illegal, the court would have said it's illegal. The courts have given permission. Let's allow for them to have their demonstration. Any the BC, your final caller, and your final Raymond. My mama bro for the no. Raymond, fanning your mammy. Fanning your mammy, mammy, father, a bro for the man. So that you just cut me some few minutes. Now, after all right. Until Raymond, fire Nanti with these ones, no, Nafi, Yentuasu.
MMC Live 2022 na 30th July yenina yetu fa na akopie mo Grand Arena. Now 3 exciting acts will come to play: music, magic and comedy all on one stage. It's and pay me catch yourself. Untitled tickets there and MMC Live is back. Tumrika na pay ticket. Na tickets ne there won sabeka tickets ne there and say otume purchasing via mobile money with short code *713 *33 *10#. Mamembo subium *713 *33 *10#. Ekwan obetume afaso na wetume nya o ticket no eno na mapo ama no. Na ticket no is going for a cool 100 Ghana cedi for single and 150 Ghana cedis for double. Enti monya ntem na monkoto mo tickets for 3 exciting acts. Music, magic, and comedy all on one stage. Performing live is the Golden Boy Kiddy, Evergreen Adina, Rip Crackers, Clemento Suarez, Kenny Black, and South African magician Regat. Into Unyanjo tickets there and then Mepacho 30th July and at Jumedia no betume abaso ewo Grand Arena into yentem nekoto ticket. MMC Live is powered by Global Media Alliance and proudly sponsored by HD Plus, Scent of Africa by Gandor Cosmetics, South African Airways and Eddie's Pizza. Media partners are YFM, MX24 TV, CTFM, Pulse Ghana, Happy FM, ETV Ghana, Daily Guide, Business and Financial Times, NYDJ Live, Amel Deborah, Ghana Web, Silver Bed Cinemas, and Perception Management International. And we ane sem kakra mede bramo. Cedar Medical Plaza is a medical mall that has various healthcare providers operating within its premises that provides quality healthcare to its clients. And pay me kanfo Cedar Medical Plaza amount. Na Cedar Diagnostic Provider provides medical laboratory and imaging services such as digital X-ray, ultrascan, ECG, echo, and spirometry and other services. Nina eye jumedia ukopiemu ewo Cedar Diagnostics ombetume aboa na omo courier services so ewo ho na courier services are also available to pick up samples from your workplaces, homes and health facilities. Nti ohwe na enya dia obetumi akopiemu ewo Cedar Diagnostics and Cedar Medical Plaza ho a obetumi asoma omo courier service providers no na omo aba be pick sample no ewo fie ana bibia wo bia. HAG, our on-site clinic, provides medical consultations, antenatal and family planning services, and treatment and management of all chronic health conditions for long and short-term purposes. Nina services are provided. Aries Aesthetics offers clinical facials, skincare treatment, and many beauty solutions. Nina ewo Cedar Medical Plaza. You can walk in for a free BP check. Visit Cedar Medical Plaza at the Graphic Road, adjacent Franco Parts Cold Store, or opposite the MTN office. Ohje Cedar Medical Plaza there for Winiche Graphic Road, adjacent Franco Parts Cold Store, and I say opposite the MTN office. Ubet me afre almost see 020 77 71 413 020 77 71 413 and 0248 089898 0248 089898. Cedar Medical Plaza, your one-stop medical facility. Receive money from friends and family abroad at any of our 114 branches nationwide without difficulty. MoneyGram, Western Union, Ria Money Transfer, Small World, Unity Link, Siege Pay, Transfast, ATL Money Transfer, and EZ Remit and Pay Angel. Oh yes, you can visit any of our CBG branches near you with a valid national ID, the reference number, and residence address details, and boom, there you have your money in your hands. Call CBG on 0302 216 000 for more details. 0302 216 600 for more details. A gentle reminder to all our customers that effective July 1, 2022, the Ghana card will be the only acceptable ID for all transactions. Visit any of our 114 branches nationwide to update your records. CBG, we stand with you. Live your dream life by picking up what you need for any of our partner vendors Live your dream life by picking up what you need from any of our partner vendors and pay over 12 months at 0% interest. At CBG, you have access to loans up to 100,000 Ghana cedis. It's easy. Complete an application form, attach a national ID, a passport size picture, and a pay slip covering the last 3 months. CBG will guarantee fast and easy access to loans for qualifying applicants. There will be no fees or charges for early payoff. Call us now on 0302 216 000. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
It was going pay for a good job done. It was I know I can always count on you. All that is needed is
Fasika kakra.
All that is needed is at the end of the day, we are Marco Pet for Funi, Pabem
Open squeeze.
Per squeeze.
Squeezing your doors on that. No more squeeze in the end of the day. We need in what the oil on the buy. Whatever.
Yeah. Good.
Snail oil.
The oil of gladness.
Snail oil.
The oil of gladness.
Snail oil.
Scorpion oil. That was when Yemfa tasty tom for saying country Ghana for you. I say, Ediana Ebeku ye bed, the baby shaman, and one is all the tasty tom and rich tomato mix and other Ediana fiber, elmo vitamins, and so elma. And if you're feeling na tasty tom and the most of the popular restaurants are top of mind. Okohona could didn't tasty tom and no more use because they've seen the need to ensure that people are fed and fed well, not just anything, but good quality, nutritious meals. And one more survey Emma amount for. And to test Tom, and he encourage you say, over to be announced for you so. Now, you try no near this kind of EDC, and EDC for Ebemo, almost saying can just make the smart choice. And the smart choice is investing with EDC. They are part of a bigger family, which is the EcoBank Banker. In your name, say Africa, and say they are worldwide, will be in EcoBanker. One more. One music as the agent and also papa. Now say they posted one more profit, one more enya, and it's remarkable. Would you see see EDC for one more emasicane a wo na at the mawa minia in times of need, Okonako use sika ona oseno, and they are customized to your taste and your preferences in talent and uncle home and more ending come. But when they answer my call phone so and our laptop is no about www.ecobank/swam. Now after we'll follow up the rest of the forms never one following you. Hopefully we are no from our 0302 634-165 0302-634-165 na onyomo edi enkomo and our financial independence journey no a shase efi na iVision Center for Sea and Countries minia woni no pomodians woni ebeko ho na wahwe no ayie se ohwe ade ewo akire na ohuni ye anase ade ebe na ohuni ye most of us ye no damaged because then na yet mfo so ye video ya hwe videos ahwe ya tena YouTube tena TikTok for no de womani na say woma ye TikTok ya ntomu hu hwe pomodi aso ba ko hu iVision Center for na womo ahwe wani no e de ma say opechichi a efeyi na ye modern so a kona ko hu woma minia omema chichi a efe papa na womo free eye test free 8 a.m. kopem 4:30 p.m. enti betia akọ no normal check wani no e de amount na womo facility no ewo graphic road inside the Cedar medical plaza adjacent to Franco Part Cold Stores or opposite the MTN office. Obetia from 02020833332 02020833332 now the iVision Center for Eddie and Komo nti anopeka credit me Eddie abre omanfo eni yemohwi na yenko Arise Ghana demonstration no senia womo ahoboabo no esi etie efa kakakra bi na abo 8 enti abo 8 around that time no ebebo hwie na yakwa hese ne ahoboabo no elko with Arise Ghana no ye working for lines no na ehwese nsebeka organizers of the demonstration bi na eniomo endi enkomo so this must happen na yehu the entia womo aheti whether they are going to go by the direction of the courts no it's also very important and when I meet one of them the way they were not straightforward as to their compliance with the directives of the courts no yehu say anapay anyebia no womo airport 4 twe anase womo airport 4 twe yendi ho enkomo eno statement if Ghana police for womo ahwe ebaye menkan emfama omanfo na afi no yenyina eno so ne mbisa ho say anyebia no demonstration no at the same na ebeko ne say the reason intia womo hate street no legitimate womo timing no ana initial womo hese nkaba kopem ebewura anadwemu beye 10 hono what would inform that decision we eba Ghana police for omo press release omo by obviously police update court determines route time location for Arise Ghana's demonstration Was it the court, after considering the application by the police in respect of the intended demonstration by the Arise Ghana group and the affidavit in opposition, which was filed by lawyers of the group, has ruled as follows. The demonstrators are to converge at the Obra Sports Circle and terminate the demonstration at the Independence Square. The demonstration to commence at 8 a.m. and end at 4 p.m. A representative from the office of the president to receive their petition, if any. The organizers of the demonstration are to ensure strict compliance with the Public Order Act. We have since contacted Arise Ghana and reiterated our commitment to provide the necessary protection for the demonstration in line with the court's ruling. They have in turn given the assurance that they will get back to us later today. We wish to assure the public that the police will continue to play the part of deepening our democratic practices. You try Bernard Bona, Ella, who say, Yensa Ebekana. You try any of the other organizers who say, Yensa Ebekana, not any more aiding common. But remember, maybe a year of a concern to me, and the admission by the Ghana police itself, paragraph 2 or more, said, they have gotten back to the Arise Ghana demonstrators and they have indicated that they will get back to them. As to whether they have gotten back to them, and I say another pay no minim senior share no esi etie. But if ni okanta yensa ekana no file report amay na anything come and I say if we are able to get any of the organizers at least we'll get an update from them as to whether say anyebiano situation at the same. But Arise Ghana demo Raymond, your take on it.
Sammy, I think that Jume Debia, it's come at the right time. So I mean, I'm not sure, sir, the constitution bars anybody from demonstrating lawfully. And I say, Emra, share so it doesn't bar anybody from demonstrating if you follow the right processes, especially about Public Order Act and Semna. And consents now Arise Ghana for a reason. So I mean, a very, very important consents, no more easy. Very, very key issues are Ghana for, and now Kabuma. Based on that, no more feel say if government and show commitment and our government and show steps are ebe to me abua se nebe ya ombe to me asosa ne manase they would find a way to get government to pay attention to the plight of the good people of Ghana. So I mean, they've mentioned a lot of issues. They've spoken about a lot of issues from petroleum prices to Mamose Ombekasafa forests in Sensemu, Achimota forest lands, Nenyama, Ombekasafa cost of living. So I mean, Ombekasafa inflation. So I mean, all these issues. And if you look at the groups Omwa put it together, almost every facet of life, Ukroma is part of the demonstration, a leading face behind demonstration about Bekosono. So I mean, we've seen demonstrations in the past and the kind of impacts they've had, the kind of results demonstrators need to mean because of and I'm hoping that whatever it is that they've planned to do today, it will be as peaceful as possible. And Ombeye demonstration in accordance with Omagaza, the Omwajia Tums Ombeye. Again, Ombeye demonstration based on issues. And I mean, based on the issues that they want to speak about. I'm hoping that they stick to the issues and make sure I say a petition on the presidency and then some of the person Ghana for no. So I mean, they put all those issues out. So I mean, that said, we wish them all the best. And we hope say okuna omokun ama Ghana for no impenyu for betie na ombetu ho anamo so I mean all of us are affected one way or the other. The issues they've raised, so I mean you and I don't buy petrol for different prices. But it doesn't pay different price for the foodstuff auto or market. All of us pay virtually the same prices. If there are concerns in the country today, nobody is exempted from whatever challenges we are facing. It is, I mean, if Ghana wants to arise And yeah, kind of say. So, I mean, demonstration there. Not every single Ghanaian can be there. Not 30 million Ghanaians, but to make more. But part of the whole, no, to me make a case for the whole. In such circumstances, I'm hoping that the message that they put across, no, once again, opinion for Betty, now or much more. I mean, Kakra may work on, but we wish them all the best. Some of us will be there to cover the demonstration, and we are hoping that it will be as peaceful as possible. But you have a bomb or basso, and we wish them well.
I hope, sir, the issues leading up to the demonstrations, especially with the plan, come to me, stay and then so almost I hope said they will not be fixated on the fact that their plans have been changed a bit or may around the quiet so that the police for the affair. So they should make it as peaceful as possible, because the most important thing for me is the message that you want to carry across, and also the padoma they will share in your issues. Almost bet me about episode say Independence Square demonstration. And I am hoping say at least government able to be as a representative Amomako Shomu Independence Square petition, and they make the petition public, and if there are steps that they need to take to ensure that some of the issues of Berezi petition they will address that, they take such steps. I know say Ghana for issues be able to febro Amadi Peria Brie Bepacho. Listen to the organizers, and I say leadership of Arise Ghana, where you get on the street or on the field. That about Boko, yet Boaboko, Paiboko, Pesabo Far, and all those things. No confrontations with the police. That be a peaceful. That information, and to me, and getting the attention that it needs. Let's not let any other issues outside of the demonstration bar information about person who said they across. It is a bit they are better be a candidate.
Fatih, I mean, I think that we shouldn't in any way politicize this demonstration that the Arise Ghana folks are embarking on, because the issues they are raising therein are issues that concerns every Ghanaian. Obi or Ghana be an home, and Adrian boy a thing, and no boy a thing. Transport fares, extra and echo, petrol ball, extra and echo. It's unfortunate, son, we couldn't touch on the PRC. You need PRC for entity and income, but Ian Kwamana so quickly. Now, any Arise Ghana paying phone back or ND and Commerce Parado, our Maniswa, any income is a parado. Good morning.
Morning, Abema.
Now, I know design pay.
More.
Yo, and I pay my minimum quickly. Ghana Police one more statement, for clarity sake. Nothing, Yembra the mood at baby presently. And Ghana Police for statement, the second paragraph. One more I said. We have since contacted Arise Ghana and reiterated our commitment to provide the necessary protection for the demonstration in line with the court's ruling. They have in turn given the assurance that they will get back to us later today. Anyebia, were you able to get back to the police as to the ruling if you court nearby and how the demonstration is going to go today?
The jury said the organizers have gotten back to them with almost processes normal filing of court. And from what I gather from the statement Arise Ghana issue, almost file appeal process and almost stay decision now court in the bar, from the best of my knowledge, that decision has also been committed or communicated to the to the Ghana Police Service.
When you saw a lawyer, what does that mean if they are filed for a stay of execution? Is it at that particular moment, is it keeping the initial position on hold so that you can do your demonstration from the 3 to 10 p.m.?
That is what it's supposed to be.
That is what it's supposed to be.
That is what it's said. Obi file say, "Oh, the make court say be a medoka." Inti me the meda in the BC hour. When your decision from the court, from maybe a lower court, na court maybe say court on down now. Oh, who can be turned down? But immediately I may file a appeal. The file appeal now, I so hold you until say a bear of the appeal. No, I'm not waiting to execute. But then it comes with consequences on many parts. I may appeal. No, so that when I lose, there is say me lose the appeal now. There is a penalty that the courts will impose on me. On the other hand, if file appeal now, in other jurisdictions, an appeal serves as a stay of execution, and in some jurisdictions it does not. You know, what you go to further emphasize, no, also file stay of execution. So that what the state simply does is that it says that you hold on to decision in our court media ban until say the final determination of the matter is done on another with the higher court. So that is what I understand the Occupy Arise Ghana for I'm file this stay of execution. So if that has been done and truly it has been done, then what it simply means is that it stays the process is now a work high courts. No? So the original position of time on your demonstration is what will prevail.
Over describe preparations towards this day, saying has the police been that forthcoming in terms of ensuring it's a demonstration? No?
Yesterday, I issued a statement calling out the IGP, said, because from what the organizers have told us and from media reports, clearly, it is a show of bad faith on the part of the police. Because UTA negotiations are also from a 48-hour non-stop demonstration to 2 days in between the break here at this time, and no more back and forth. And even start 10 p.m. no more communicating. That is not what the position is. They agreed to start 2, normally by 8 p.m. And that was the last meeting as of Thursday, over the police for the year. And that is what they all agreed on. It's out of the blue. For them to come up with such decisions, is a bit unfair. Because the police have shown a bit of unfairness in all this.
Indeed. Now, quickly, are you able to tell us why the decision from 2 to 8 p.m. per your communication you just gave me said the agreement had been 2 to 8, not to 10 p.m. What informed the decision to have the demonstration done within that period?
The argument was that after workers are join the demonstration. That is how come they decided say a bit late, so that after 2 days, now will be the SO
Interesting. So where are we this morning? Are they gathering or?
No more. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
We will studio the show. I should get there after 10, 11 p.m. By 12 p.m.
You mean AM?
Oh, there.
You mean 10, 11 AM?
I'm saying I'll get there after 10.
Okay, but the communication amongst your circles, actually say a shasi and a pay and I say a shasi area too.
The communication I saw yesterday from Arise Ghana for is between 10 and 12 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. You better ask it, Mr. Operado say George Operado, one of the leaders, Arise Ghana, ADM Common. Raymond, does it in any way change or does it in any way change your initial submissions that are making here if they are filed a stay of execution? Does it change anything? Initial submissions are making.
So I mean, the demonstration will not go.
You think so?
The police will not allow the demonstration to happen.
But has the police a right to say they won't allow?
Well, you see, Sammy, these are...
Because the Constitution clearly states that notify them.
Yes.
They can't bar you.
You see, the police raised certain contents in the High Court. And in the wisdom of the judge, Ophelia said, Ogdanti omu reliefs and omu shishena, and nebebwa, in terms of general safety of the people who are demonstrating and the safety of the country. Now, technically, the law doesn't bar you from filing a stay of execution, and it doesn't prevent you from filing an appeal against the decision of the High Court. But I mean, if the police are supposed to respect the ruling of the High Court, and organizers also are supposed to respect the High Court, and they've taken a contrary position. So I mean, still stand say, you still have to wait for the court to give them determination. And sana wo jumedi na opeso we call jumedi no, which me ako. The next option for the police, they can go to the High Court this morning, ex-party, and seek an injunction on the demonstration, pending the determination of the appeals court ruling. That is the other option left for the police. And say, so I mean, I don't think the police are going to use force. They'll go back to the courts and get a ruling that will enable them stop this demonstration from happening. I think that you see, once the injunction is served on the once the injunction is served on the organizers, no, I'm sure say it would place a kibosh on the planned demonstration. Yeah, and I mean, I think that, you know, I mean, the demonstration nobody is saying they shouldn't demonstrate. As for the times, I mean, the reason why person going to the night, no, so I mean, many organizer, and I've not seen any law will chrome her a stipulated exact timer said to me a demonstration. I've not come across any law. Pe jumedia edi will chrome her na ufa law laws ni na will chrome her. So I mean, I've not seen anywhere restrictions with regard to duration of your demonstration. Any time our person. I mean, we've seen demonstrations where people have stayed practically, people picket for weeks. I don't know what would be the real reasons into police they say demonstration into the night. It is, I mean, I ideally, no, I would have hoped organizers would exhaust the court processes, even at the appeals court level, before they embark on the demonstration. But when they decide to go on this tangent now, despite the fact that they've appealed, no, yet to say they are disrespecting the High Court. That is how it seems, because both parties, you know, they are supposed to respect the decision of the High Court. But if you go contrary, and yes, going contrary, if you decide to still embark on the opposite, despite the ruling now, I don't
think that's what they want. I don't think that's
no. If the demonstration is going on today, as planned,
if it goes on today from 8 a.m. and finish at 4, that is what the court said. Yeah. There's no problem. But if they start at 3 p.m. and go into the night, then they are flouting the ruling.
No, they wouldn't have flouted because you see, that's where normally my challenge is when it comes to the law. Because at some point, lawyers will tell us that if you file, let's say, a stay of execution, it applies immediately.
On the ruling?
Yes.
Or on the demonstration?
On any issue. Lawyers at some point will tell us, if you file an interlocutory injunction on a matter, at some point they tell you, it is effective there and then at the time our filing. Then at some point too, that interlocutory injunction has to be sat on for a ruling to be given whether it is approved or not before it takes effect. So I am always careful. That's why I asked that question, because then I'm torn between which interlocutory injunction is effective immediately and which interlocutory injunction is effective post a judgment by a judge.
So I mean, classical case. If the police decide to go ex parte to court this morning to injunct the demonstration at Bekosona, the judge would sit down with the merits of the case and see if allowing the demonstration to go on, it will impact beer. To me, and when judges sit on such interlocutory injunctions, they grant it and it takes effect immediately. The judge, on the other hand, can say, well, go and serve the other party. So come on notice. Now you determine injunction. That is the other option. Because if a judge will case who say, well,
some defense must be.
Yes, I said defense be to me, but me both sides of the story. Now, me find me judgment. In such circumstances, normally, what they will be deciding on, any direct impact and any potential to destabilize the country or cause a problem, normally, under such circumstances, you go on notice. But and let's say if the police go and argue before the judge, say demonstration where a man cause a national security threat, the judge may be
the problem, if you listen to Judge Parado, and that's why for me sometimes I'm a bit careful when it comes to some of these issues. The problem is that he says that the filing of a stay of execution is applicable then. Insofar as they are filed for a stay of execution, it means that the earlier decision on the initial plan stays.
Sammy, that is correct.
Do you understand?
Sammy.
So then, Would
see,
the organizers
no,
of
see,
the demonstration
what Opariado
be
is
erring
saying
on?
No, that's why I'm saying that. What Opariado is saying, there's a ruling from the court where the judge has given them clear directives. Don't demonstrate beyond 4 p.m. Make sure, say, Oshia at this time. Make sure you go to you terminate at Independence Square. Don't head towards the Flagstaff House. Okay, that is the determination the judge has made.
Yeah.
High Court judge. That is what everybody must obey. Okay, now you have gone to the appeals court, sort of challenging the decision of the High Court per the appeal, and also asking the appeal court to stay that execution, which is in effect. Okay, but no man who can say go back and do what now person okoye no. No man who can say. And what if they are staying this particular judgment, then they want to revert to the status quo ante.
Yes.
They're not omo person omo ye no. And no omo person omo.
But that's what he said.
And that is where Obeka say omo boomra no so.
Exactly. But is that really the case?
No, that is where that is where they are. That's why I'm saying that ideally, if you are staying the execution, you also stay with activity now person pending the determination of the appeals court. Then you go ahead with possession. So I mean, if they go ahead and do the demonstration at that time, I think that it will have some huge legal implications. It will still be hard, and that is when the police can decide they'll go in with force. Ultimately, to disperse the crowd or to prevent the demonstration from happening.
I've always been wanting to ask, Ati, why does the police seemingly always want to put an impediment in the way of demonstrators? This is not an MPP matter. We have seen it under NDC administration, where MPP supposed groups who are in support of the MPP want to embark on a demonstration. The Ghana police will put impediments and ex-party motion judgment. Normally about the demonstration cannot go on. Why does the police, really, they will come and give you national security excuses, but why does the police always want to frustrate demonstrations?
We don't have the intelligence gathering, if any say, expertise or more, so we can never tell. But do they do it in a legal manner? That is the question that we need to ask. Because Omoko courts, the courts say, leave them, let them do what they want. I'm not sure they will have an issue.
Yanji, some legal opinion on this matter before I call Gabi. And the series of Twitter where got the whole nation talking. I'm surprised the print media did not capture all of that today. Interesting. Really interesting. Yani lawyer Benjamin Techi Antiedu Eninkomo. Na yembisano, the distinction between filing, let's say, an interlocutory injunction or a stay of execution, at what point does it take effect? Immediately it is filed, and at what point does a judge have to sit on before the parties can take steps? Lawyer, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Now, Pacho, anope no saying.
Lawyer,
anope yadwinimu na yehia mo kakra. So will be a file stay of execution on the matter. In this case I'm referencing the Arise Ghana movement. One more file stay of execution on the ruling by the High Court. Say one more earlier decision on taking some combine we are copying say 8 o'clock. That's what they want to revert to. Does the filing necessarily mean that it has taken effect against the ruling by the High Court?
Yes, thank you very much. And with the Mame High Court judge, I was not saying so no abaso. The Russian PMP the police for the court restraining order. Na court no abonaba adiatum. Ama PMP no entimi nkoba we the obesha. Obon say judge na adiatum say yes, it's a constitutional right to demonstrate. And there is unquestionable. Na no national security and our public interest no so no. Police reform share their bamboo so no. The trigger say, there is some threat of terrorism across the sub-region near the identity. And I judge be a better kakran. And no cry be more be a nyana don't and terrorism as some cry. And I judge be a bit to me a seer. Will be a wheelchair and be and one be. No dear. The money baby a year secluded and open if you are more water. Let's say be a street is one of the be 20 or your kakrabeba. And you know, the na major mene judge and yard. Now for the Umbra stay of execution. You can say a judgment of a court and answer ruling of a court no a final and effective. When the same is reversed upon appeal or review. And you know, sir, enka embrano na last 2 years, and some krabai into Basha cry as a filing of appeal or an appeal does not operate as a stay. And you know, sir, ya court a judgment na wakoma nyeswa obeko for appeal. And appeal on so no to me, so who appealed the application a friend stay of execution at all. The judgment anko ama me ba court na di kan ma order bi enti ma appeal na ma appeal no se ya twentwen judgment na ruling no so na se course the year juma na je se me course na se me di bem kura na je se obroni beka se it will be rendered nugatory enti no the ni na say ama judgment is be as a judgment e be a PS kama obi na wo kuma nyo so nti wo appeal maybe a PS can many panels who could be an energy no so would be my bedding. Then a stay of execution, or not as a just ruling a court namanka, young chance to answer. No, Namaka and Kawfale are the anchor and will pretty as stay. In fact, I will be on two ruling so. But it's like a prayer, away and nature say, Wofale and appeal. That's a stay application, the come. Let's say are several on the other parties, and affected parties in the DR, not just a mutual chance to kakra. Well, it is the same, the way a dicey situation because we know court no enya and entrance and the show. And judgment now court in the Diamanankasa and already if a demonstration are air basso. And they say no demonstration air basso are restricted time and route. For the demonstration. Say no say no cry ma status quo and remain. What is the status quo? Status quo no to mean say no muti call demonstration from an opaco say because we no police for no antiasi and yena into the mom could court. No looking at the law and consideration of the law generally no. And say omokoso ye demonstration from 18 to enumerate 18. Let's operate within the law. Na yama court no here matter no. Was the appeal if the appeal is heard. Let's say be a mom kwa so mutimi ko anadu biwa. Me say wetimi atwa so. Enya nam ko na say Debbie Potting ko na itimi demonstration anado.
All right.
No maybe say in my knowledge of the law no they are not permitted to go because the status quo is not that they have been given the consent of the police or a omonko for that long time.
Opening your door, say, and the place of Jimber now leading come or Jimmy so. And that lawyer, I bet you move kakra and interesting. Some of these things sometimes.
Say body said that it do baby so big a stay of execution it be the ruling idea about
he answered that.
No,
he answered.
He answered even Samia Bisaba.
Maybe he answered it. Yes, he answered it. He answered it. And Tina, I didn't go ahead to ask him that question. No. Well, well, from his explanation of the law, you know, in actual sense, the interpretation of the law is in the bosom of the judge. What I say, he has given us his position. Operado is also a lawyer. He has also given us his position. We may call another lawyer, and he may give us a varied position on the same subject matter.
I don't care about all that. As ordinary Ghanaians, I will sorry and pay you say real say you bill so about demonstration.
Well, it would be within the rights of the organizers of the demonstration. Say, yes, pending the outcome of a year, and after all, the court may say this morning, if the court rules
I'm not sure. The appeals court will sit on this matter today.
They won't sit.
No.
Well, then obviously it'll be from morning till the 4. No, we don't know what the organizers, because I listened to one of them.
Organizers is always I can say they will buy a chair or to say ye be that or better.
Utie Oparadua, his position tells you say one more dear, I want to say don't go be no abe. So far as say one more appeal. It's not just the appeal they filed. They also filed a stay of execution as well. So these are two. What did I say? So, you know, Emrano, that's why a very, say, in the matter of the second Deputy Speaker of Parliament voting, didn't we sit here and take a position? We took a position based on our interpretation of Parliament or Mangasa standing orders, no. But I could ask the Supreme Court to really, you know, now we need a position over years. You're holding on. It's null and void. Until law, it is only the Supreme Court that can determine, say, even what is written in the Constitution is what you think it is. So it's interesting. We'll wait for.
I mean, this is. We are straightforward.
Straightforward though,
straightforward.
But it depends upon where you are coming from as well. But
it's
Ray, so now we'll go on Twitter.
So I mean, what was say? My example be. What was say? A ban on immovable properties. Now, obi akosidence was assassin so.
Yeah.
Now which me abo area move court. We within that court case will go ahead and demolish the property.
Yeah.
Which was one kasa initial position say assassin immediately. We need to go demolish it. Now court case go and ahead possess your property. Not demolition the next option now. To me I go back to appeals court. So appeals court. Yeah, more evidence for be and person me the last into state execution.
Yes.
I mean the state of execution yes. Want to remember country me say. You see, so it stops you from going ahead with going to break that property down.
Yes.
But I mean, you can't say, oh, the first ruling now, person the age in those instances, state of execution the age because assembly court to me raising building so it works in those instances. But where they're quite technical. Yeah. Because of the nature of
the issue.
You know, and the same ways, I mean, after you see, after the court has said say property near Odia, go and break it. No, you can't. Once the state of execution kicks in, no, you still cannot go ahead and reclaim the property until determination in by. The same way in this particular case of the demonstration, you cannot go ahead and do your 2 to 8 until determination number. And tell me, Kakra, why they want to go ahead with the 2 to 8. But 2 to 8 never bad there. Trust me, the police will go to court this morning. Seek and get an injunction. Now they are to the whole demonstration. So it's even 3 to 6 in the ground, 3 to 4, 8 to 4, it may not even be possible. Pending the determination of this suit. And I'm sure the organizers, knowing how they are, no, if appeals court amount are ruling on my favor, I'm sure they'll go to the Supreme Court. I mean, I'm sure they want to exhaust all the process. It's a demonstration in there. I'm sure say we may have to give it some time. Because today, if they want to go ahead with 2 to 8 in the I mean, it could turn into something else. Beyond 4 o'clock, I'm sure the police would want to apply some force to disperse the crowd. And that is where we will say now issues up, you know. So I mean, I'm just hoping that we don't get to that point. I'm hoping that we don't get to that point.
Well, Raymond, let me read a string of tweets. And Mr. Gabriel Chudako, a tweet here. When it's about the time we read here, you know, na about 8:30 near Kobe.
Oh, David, I don't know, say a chain, a thread, for us to follow.
Then I'm better off waiting for us to go for the break and come, and then we would go. So, if I do pending any interlocutory injunction from the back.
Yes.
Submit me a breaker so that then we may proceed with so interlocutory injunction approved. Okay. You're welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. We have 24 more minutes before the show comes to an end. We are thrilled to have you with us. If you started the journey with us from 5:30 until now, it's always good to know you're out there and following the conversation. Beautiful people out there believing in the content we generate on the Happy Morning Show. So yesterday, Mr. Gabi Ochridako got Ghanaians talking with some string of tweets on his Twitter handle. I'll go through some of them and then I will give my colleagues time to focus on whichever they want to talk about. But I have mine that I've selected I want to talk about. One of them says, and this is 23 hours ago, access to education and vocational skills are expanding more than ever. Factories have been built and more being built than ever before. Roads have been built and more being built than ever before. The economy continues to grow. The trouble is how to ride the current storm now. He goes on to say, am I against an IMF program in principle? Then he answers, no. I am not for an IMF program that throws peanuts at us but imposes conditions that will end up hurting the poor, jobs and businesses more. COVID-19 and war in Ukraine are not Africa's doing, but more to our doom. A program that pretends it is all our doing is doomed to fail. He goes on to say, we do something that will inject confidence in our capacity to ride this heavy storm, and that something should happen pretty quickly. Are you against an IMF program? Ghana is a member of the IMF. The world is in serious crisis. Ours is not held by high debt and low income levels. With the economy still growing, but investor confidence low, government being compelled to cut down capital expenditures will eventually lead to job losses. Unless, yes, our revenue to GDP ratio is among the lowest in the world, even in Africa. But with the current global hardships and cost of living rising everywhere in the world, a decision by any government to intensify taxation measures, especially for workers, may not be too clever. He goes on to say, there is understandably a national aversion to an IMF program because of the history of conditionalities which attack sacred counts like jobs and social interventions. Akufo-Addo will not sacrifice free SHS and any other critical welfare policies to help the poor for any assistance. What options are open to government? The question should rather be what option, if adopted, will re-inject investor confidence in our economy. Even if we find the 3.3 to 5 billion required, would that help? E-levy, which was to have given us some 600 million, by now has done less than 60 million. Our economy is growing faster than most countries around the world, but that alone can't save us, as confidence in our ability to service our debts is lowering. We can't continue to use all the little revenues raised to pay our debts. Very soon, we may have to borrow to pay wages, and that's scary. He goes on to say, Ghana has no food crisis, enough food from our farms. Fatih will be singing praises and saying hallelujah. Yet food prices have shot up 3 to 4 times more in our cities, far and over above rising costs of transportation. To make matters worse, global food insecurity is worsening as inflation from challenges with supply chain worsens. We, Ene Nsema, Enra, Gabi, Etutie. Ray, which of them caught your attention?
So, I mean, first of all, I want to find out a few issues. Who is Gabi Ochridako?
Gabi is a senior party official
Sammy
of the NPP.
Party official or government official?
He's not in government.
Sammy.
Gabi is not in government.
Sammy.
Yep.
I take these comments as comments that will be passed by any Twitter user who is not a government official, who does not hold any portfolio in government. He's a lawyer. Last time I checked, he's a senior partner and co-founder of Africa Legal Associates. So just like any lawyer will go on his Facebook page or his Twitter page and write anything that he feels concerns Ghana's economy, I want to believe Gabi has done same in that capacity. And so whatever he says there, Sammy, I'll take with a pinch of salt. But Sammy, let me attempt to deal with some of the facts. Where did he get his 60 million from a targeted 600 billion from? Is that
600 million?
600 million from the 6 billion
billion
from? Yeah. Where did he get that one from? Where did he get it from? You see, I mean, the reason why I don't want to follow what he said, that's misleading. It's seriously misleading. Because the finance minister says, I have not developed all the platforms that would enable me to get the full monies that I expect to get from e-levy. It's a fact. The bank's platform is not working when it comes to deduction of mobile money. The platform the banks will use is not working. A lot of people are still transferring monies from their wallets to their banks, from their banks to their wallets. No e-levy is being deducted. When it comes to payment of certain services, some platforms do not charge e-levy. It's a fact. The only notable platform that we see is the mobile money. Even that, there are challenges. Sammy, Mr. Ochredaku cannot sit down. After 1 month of a policy kicking into action, come out and say, oh, we are not reaching our target. Sammy, just after 1 month, when the platform that are supposed to give us the full amount are all not working. Sammy, I mean, and that's why I'm saying that it's not finance minister. If finance minister had told us
apart
this.
Apart from that, didn't GRA come to tell us that only one charging entity made 1 million cedis?
Oh, we will come to that, but quickly, Mr. Uso Jabin.
I wanted to deal with the matters.
My name is Mr. Uso Jabin in income or financial aspect in the engine thoughts about the effusions of Mr. Gabi Ochre Dakum. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Opinion and prompts on pay.
Yamiad woman who had no so.
You could come crack. Anna, Opani Bakwa, regardless of 1 year about Munipa, but in him say buying more dear Cotton Elmupa at the Betu ne Twitter page was sending a lot of signals. One has to do with the possibility of government's inability to pay a year salaries of a more and as a woman want a payroll eso. Wakasa efa aye food prices are ekosoro ne commodity prices are ekosoro then he raises an issue about the discussion as to whether Ghana yenko IMF and Asem yenko IMF. Opening all these things that were highlighted, looking at them from the point of view of a financial aspect, what are you saying?
Yo, meda was na my first acquaintance with here when meeting and opinion. Na men can say I mean the first place in where Ghanaian no there definitely or young fan say on so acquaintance near maybe a course or mine mono on so betimi actually na adwene meso so dia fa na ba bia or no even though say oni official position bia there nanso so we well placed there meaning say information course or briefings young fan say either say ministers no enya no so no be privy to some of them and you know say concern you or no more so no betimi de matuga na the meka ebiem no yes the first one say mobile money yentimi meet your target no and no the mamenka say early days yet policy bia bafoforo say ya mamenka say uncertainties adults meeting ya there beto odwama obi ehu yese na omo sika kra wo omo wallet so na enipa bebre eyi e free so because na omo nim say ABS ka wo wallet kra so na ABI say okọ point bi na okọ akọ sika na kra free wallet so a ebia na e-levy e becho engino na so many people were withdrawing their monies from their wallet na minim say with time agrofo be hu when na yemfa ne say oye transaction here obetua e-levy ene ho na untua e-levy enti eni manimu ya na de na me na me hwe ni say definitely na there will be a drop in yemfa ne say the number of transactions and yemfa say even in terms of amount yemfa say for a transfer but 1 month 1 month too early na so implemented policies and so a role to play. There are some other areas and other measures as I say no edeba on board Sabri no omuntimi amfani nyina emaye enti as I say those measures ni nyina etimi ba say be bitimi aboa e-living no na a general behavior obi en ho no awia say wo pe tax etua obi en pe tax etua say wan kasa wo na wa kwa bre enye sika na obetimi afa kwa bi so na sika na ka aboto mu a obi no on the balance of skill probability obi no best skill akọ who say scanner kasa enka ne botom na mom na say measures say aban no edeba no and say timi carefully don't tendency wo enipa bia mu say on person obetua yemfa say tax no enti no yemfa say aban no e wo role as say opli na measures ni nyina eba na yenhwe policy no kakra. At least we can look at the policy for the first 3 months and do an assessment of policy nearby the impact of the policy. Then say all the other measures, ever in place. I know that e-living as will be a good addition to the revenue
regardless
base of the country.
Regardless of the other inputs not coming on stream.
Yes.
The government had earlier done a projection where they said that between 20 to 25% of Ghanaians may go off the initial stages of the implementation of the e-levy.
Yes.
So in a situation where with all these additions not even on board,
yes.
that 20% from Imani for research on said close to 80% of Ghanaians have jumped off the platform. It is the case that government anya research here.
Oh, a research, and then research. One thing a woman is here say, you can always not get it right.
But there is always
now,
you
now
agree
looking
with me.
at the gap, the gap is too wide for my liking. The government was predicting 25%, and then now let's say money is talking about 80%.
Yeah.
Now how to reconcile the two? Definitely be an issue. Because the first research at 25%, and only before the implementation, and 80% is after the implementation. The gap is too wide, but still we can still look at measures. Introduce a bit policy, feasible because this is a good addition to, let's say, revenue government reason because as a country, it is only the formal sector. A taxium is here. The informal sector, no, you find the taxium. It's a binary modern or other ways of widening the tax net. Ghana can't see numbers. Now the linkages the pace of the linkages in a way. We have to speed up a little bit. Link all these so that everybody who is earning, then the person can also start paying tax because Ghana for the high empire taxes it here. Buy a back corners is here. Oko GRA almost as a obutia taxes. Never for negotiate behind the scenes. Said the way obutia kakrebidiama ubino dia shedi butum na just on my money in Asopa. It is our own attitude. We have to find a way of checking ourselves so that we can get more revenue for the country.
Mr. Jabe, my final question, with your bonnet tell mommy. The IMF question, should Ghana be considering going to the IMF now?
Oh, going to IMF. They are let's say the ups and then they are downs. One of the downsides will be that if you look at government here going to IMF, politically, the other opponent maybe use so now aban we if we for abreso or no echo epic aban we so na do aban eba yi so na NDC so echo IMF and no so no abomodia ayɛ adwuma ayi Ghana de nyɛ free IMF mu na sɛsi a no sɛ yɛmfa no sɛ Ukraine Russia war ɛkɔ so the fallout of COVID-19 nso so aba na wode ɔman no san kɔ IMF bie mu a nkurɔfoɔ ebi a ɛnte aseɛ nti ɛno no yɛwɔ just 2 years ahead of us going into a minor election, and if you should go to IMF, can you really, let's say, get your issues resolved before that election? Where your downsides are as politicians and everything, heard that downsides. Now, IMF so there are conditionalities out there. All of flagship programs like free SHS, they might tell you to implement policies at the cost cutting, which as a government, they might not want to go on that particular direction. The last time that we went to IMF, there was a freeze on employment. Is the government ready to go on that direction? You have a NAPCO, you've introduced it. So if they should ask you that some of these policies, make sure you cut down on them, can you really implement them? So these are the conditionalities that come along with the going to the IMF. That is what the government must sit down, look at them very well before even, let's say, taking the step of going to the IMF. But I have my doubts as to this particular government going to IMF.
All right, but also, Mr. Jabin Sanape, Oji, and Mena needing commercial Jabin financial expectation and thoughts in Raymond. Aka 7 minutes. Do watch us.
Sammy,
do watch us.
About the messenger, no, send a medical cano. Just like me, journalists, we call platforms, so I'm margin because in fact, I'm struggling to understand what the tweets were supposed to drive at. I'm struggling to, because it looked like the person was asking his own questions and answering them. What you say? Or beside the questions, answer them with some figures. People believe say correct figures, but I mean I'll believe these numbers if they were coming from the finance ministry because they are dealing with the numbers. Per the way the messages came or the tweets came, no, or as I say Nipano or putting Nyama together just to establish a certain point, which I never really got anyway. But I mean on this matter of e-levy, you see, when government wanted to embark on e-levy, we asked government, explain to us what e-levy means. What is e-levy? Because I mean, every tax in this country can be explained perfectly without any ambiguity. And all those taxes, I mean, principle of taxation is every tax you introduce must be robust enough to make tax avoidance difficult. Can you avoid e-levy?
I wouldn't describe it as avoid.
Can you? No, you see, can you?
Because government itself, government officials told us,
yes,
if you don't want to pay e-levy,
very good,
don't put your money.
That's
all.
That is
so. It is not avoidance.
That is the weakest link in any tax system. Say people decide whether they pay or not. So, I mean that's the weakest link, and that is the first flaw, the fundamental flaw of e-levy, and that is why we are where we are. So granted, those figures there are correct. So, I mean, it is as a result of tax, no, Senate here, and how easy it is for us to decide whether we want to pay or not. So, I mean, can you evade VAT, NHIL, petroleum products? Can you evade the tax? No, that is a robust tax system. So, I mean, the framers can go back and do their homework well.
But would you want to comment? Well, let me keep my submission on the back of some of the points that he made. One of them had to do with the statements that have been said consistently. Mr. Chibefi has said it, others have said it. And at the time, Yampasi e-levy, near IMF, IMF be free SHS more. That's palpable falsehood. Palpable falsehood. No truth in that statement. Because if my memory serves me right, there was a story. I am a penny Christine Lagarde, Emeki, a buyer. Was it IMF tells Ghana to find a sustainable way of implementing free SHS? And one of the Catholic I think that the Archbishop of the Catholic Diocese of Cape Coast came to make a similar statement to the effect to say free SHS needs review. And government must listen to the implementers of the free SHS. What did Madame Lagarde say? She said that, let me look for that thing quickly. I don't know why I sound so IMA. I mean, quickly. Where are you? Okay. Okay, there it is. So it says, she's quoted as saying, one example comes from right here in Ghana. The government recently introduced the ambitious free senior high school program. This program can play a pivotal role in improving educational outcomes if implemented in a sustainable way. She said, where does this mean that the IMF would want to cancel
sustainable way?
Where?
Sustainable way.
Where?
Sustainable way.
That's the IMF. Haven't we sat here and said that we need to look for
last sentence?
Yeah, the last sentence says it says the program can play. This is the IMF saying that the free SHS can play a very important role, and her own words, play a pivotal role in improving educational outcomes if implemented in a sustainable way.
If I go to IMF today and I sit behind the table and they point out to me 74 reasons why free SHS and yet sustainable in future, and so young baby.
No, I disagree.
No, I disagree.
Because they admit, but you see, prior to that, they admit the importance of free SHS.
Sammy, same way.
She admits the importance of free SHS.
If it can be.
Haven't we said, look, before I started the implementation of free SHS, as a country, we're in a conundrum. Say, initially, they said, a friend is saying, the ABFA, initially, ABFA, then we went to the Heritage Fund, then several options before finally we decided how we are going to fund the free SHS. Questions have been raised as to how much has been spent on the free SHS. So Raymond, already
ABFA in a perpetual fund.
Already, and that's the issue. Already,
sustainability.
Already, yes, already, we as a country, we are asking that question. How do we sustainably fund free SHS? Haven't you asked that question before?
So when you go to IMF and they tell you, look,
so if
brother,
the IMF is saying this, it doesn't necessarily
it
translate into an IMF decision to want to cancel the free SHS. It is palpably false.
So I'm saying that if you go to IMF and they tell you that, look, you can't sustain this thing,
you see, Rowan, these matters, and your point about where Gabi is getting the 30 million or 60 million from.
I don't know.
Fatih, brilliantly, you made a point about, starting within 3 or 4 days, and a GRA Rebecca say, oh, one day you make it 1 million.
From only one entity.
From only one entity. Yeah, let's say that one entity alone is giving us 1 million. So that's 30 days. That's 30 million. The others join in, and we are making around, I'm just playing with my own thing. Let's say we make some 45 million. How would we catch this figure we are talking about? How can you implement a program? And as I stand here now, I find say, GRA, Omodimeka, me transfer sika every me account, me MTN account, to me Vodafone account, no matter me.
Platform.
Meanwhile, on the how do you call it? I'm supposed to have been captured in the NIA's database, which is supposed to be in sync with the telco's collection of my information.
But we know it is not in sync.
So what's our business worrying Ghanaians with if you don't register by July?
We know that NIA.
What's our business?
A lot of people do not have.
For 1 minute in the
Sammy, the new e-levy has been handed to Subruku. Kofi Bente writes, Subruku, the village priest, has so far failed to find a solution to a case killing the people in the village. The villagers have concluded that he's not a powerful priest, so they need a new one. To save his job and the life, Subruku denies vehemently that he is powerless and useless. He explains that the remedy needed for a solution will require the use of a lion's testicles. If therefore anyone could bring him a pair of lion testicles, he will solve the problem of the village. The village has a new problem. Who can go into the lion's den kill it, remove its testicles, and bring it to the priest. As long as Subruku did not have his lion's testicles, he had an excuse for not bringing the solution. Then one day, Kweku Frimpong entered the village with a lion on his back. How he managed to kill this lion, no one knows. Kweku placed the lion in the center for the priest's compound, and in the full glare of the village and everyone removed its testicles and handed it to Subruku. Why are people saying Kweku Frimpong has brought trouble to Subruku? Sami, you see 11 best solving problems in now. See 11 ba. Subruku, you're 11.
Yeah, the best you say. Interlocutory injunction for now, Kradwa.